Major League Wicket. Tell me about that.
It felt great. Been spending a lot of time in the nets, putting a lot of time in practice, so I'm just glad it paid off.
Talking about the sequence of balls here, Anie, you had the 6, the ball before, and then you slipped into googly. What was the thought process?
I think it was just instinct. I just felt like googly would have been the right option, because I don't think he would have expected the googly, so I just went bowling the wrong one. Yep.
As a young American in this league, how great has it been to be a part of Major League for the first time?
It feels great. Loving the setup so far. It's been great at SFU. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Learning a lot. There's so many senior players. Just grateful.
Well, Anie, thank you so much. Good luck the rest of the way. I hear Nikhil Uttamchandani's out there somewhere.
Right, thank you very much, Aman. We've loved learning. We've loved being educated by the senior citizens like Danny Morrison. We had to bring an absolute stalwart out, Mr. Simon Taufel. Fellas, come this way. Danny, we're going to talk your favorite subject, fast bowling and wides. We were on air last night. There were a few touchy ones. I want to get a better understanding. What do you think?
I'm next to Mr. Taufel, and he is always a bit cagey about the blue line. It's just a guide, isn't it?
It's a guideline, Danny. That's absolutely right. It is a guideline, but it's a matter of interpretation, Nikhil, so run me through what you'd like to talk about.
Right, so Mr. Taufel, a lot of times, right, one thing I always think about, we see the ball landing at on different sections of the line. Can you explain a bit deeper into what umpires look for when that ball actually lands somewhere?
Sure. Well, first of all, with leg side wides for the viewers, everything down the leg side is a wide with 2 exceptions. One is when they do a reverse switch hit or they try to reverse sweep. The second one is if the batter moves inside of their normal stance, had they stayed where they were, the ball would have hit them. So there are 2 exceptions for the leg side wide. But the wide guideline is just that. Now, it really depends, Nikhil, where the bowler is delivering the ball from.
Right.
So what we saw last night, for example, was we had a right arm around the wicket bowler to a right-hand batter.
Right.
So for that to be not a wide, we want to see the ball land inside the wide guideline. That's your question, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that is. And you realise they've turned on the lights for you, Mr. Taufel. Danny, not for you, because you can see very well in the night. Said no one. My next question to you, Mr. Taufel, I'm standing here as a left-hander, and I just take a small step. Danny used to get this a lot when batters, they used to come this way. He was so slow. Just kidding, Danny. But if they take a small step outside off stump, what happens to this line? Does it move? How do you interpret that?
Exactly right. So when they do move their batting stance as the bowler's coming in or delivering the ball, that wide guideline moves with them as well. So, but there is a point, and this is something that perhaps Steve Smith was reminiscent about the other night when I spoke to him.
Right.
But if the ball goes outside of the return crease, no matter how far the batter moves across, once it goes outside this return crease, it's a wide.
Did you know that, Danny?
Yes, I did, actually, yeah.
And did you ever experience any of this in your time?
No, I didn't. You know why? I played in the 20th century. Didn't have any colourful
Too many lines out here, Danny, now, isn't there?
Too many lines, yeah.
Mr. Taufel, I really appreciate this learning. I've got one more tool to show you. It's from Wayne Boogie Knights. As you can see, he's got Knights written on it. This is a bat gauge.
Correct.
Hold that there. And we've seen it a lot in India earlier this year. Danny, you do the honours. What's happening here?
Well, the reason why this bat cage actually came out is that when the MCC changed the regulations for the width of a bat, like the width there was always specified, the length was always specified, but the depth of the bat was not. So hence the MCC then made this bat gauge to go across. So we do random bat checks before most matches where Wayne, who's the 4th umpire tonight, he will go to both teams and he will actually put a number of bats through this gauge to make sure that they all comply. And if they don't, and there has been a couple in this tournament that have been picked up, won't tell you who, but yeah, so we then mark those and make sure they're not used.
A certain Mr. Warner had quite a fat bat, didn't he?
Yeah, well, and look, there's 2 reasons for that. One, the bats are becoming incredibly expensive, so we want to keep costs within reason, but also it's an unfair advantage these days to have a bat thickness that's too thick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see, Jamar Hamilton's bat is legal, fully legal. I've got a question for Danny, though. Danny, you had the other problem. Your bat was too small. You didn't get a run.
No, mine had a big hole there in the middle, often had the hole in, so that's why I got all those ducks. Plus, I was into duck hunting. Big fan of duck food. Yeah.
I love that. Mr. Taufel, a follow-up for you. Why is it random and not every single batter?
Well, it's a bit like random breath testing for alcohol on the road. We can't check them all and we can't do it all the time.
Right.
But if you run the risk, then you might pay the price.
Keeps them sharp. Tell me about your umpiring this year, you fellas and people at home. Mr. Taufel takes a serious input into his umpires, almost like Danny for the commentary box. Why do you take such a vested interest in them and their development?
Well, because we are the third team. Every game of cricket needs to have 3 teams. We will have a team of umpires and referees in the final, so we know that we've got a team in the final, and we want to keep the focus on the cricket. So we take our role very seriously so that you folks at home can actually enjoy the cricket, and these guys don't talk much about us at all.
I must ask you one more thing. The specialist TV umpire, they're one of the only people that do it in the world. Why?
Why? Because we believe in continuous improvement, and if you do something a lot, you get very good at it, and it's about mixing and matching the best people with the best technology.
All right, let me get in between the two cowboys. We are howdying and ready for action tonight, Mr. Taufel. Unbelievable as always. Don't leave me hanging. We really appreciate your insight. And now it's time for the game.
Yeah, very interesting from down there. I think they need to be herded, actually, all 3 of them. They could get up to some mischief. This is a look at the Lexus standings. And 10 and 10 up at the top, the Unicorns and New York. Quite happy, those 2. New York pulling one out of the fire. Now it's the turn of the Unicorns and the Knight Riders to go toe to toe. The rest looking up and thinking, will we be in that top 4? Still in your hands, I'll say. Righto, Unicorns coming up against the Knight Riders. Let's catch up with their captain.
I think if you're a good human being, more often than not, you tend to have, great long-lasting friendships and memories with people. And I know people don't always play for that, people play to win, and I definitely do play to win because I'm very competitive. But I think there's so much more to life than just winning. I think one of the ways to enhance the chances to win, is by starting being a good person within and being a good person to others. And, that's just something I pride myself on.
He is a competitor. There's not a ball that goes by that he's not fully engaged in that contest. And in the end, that's really what any cricketer wants to be known as, that the opposition knows that when you come up against that individual, that there's not a moment that goes by, there's not a ball that goes by that they are not trying to get one up on on the opposition. And Jason's certainly that person. And that's why he's a great leader as well. He does it quietly, but he does it by example as well, to show that this is how it's to be done, to be able to really get in that contest from ball 1 in his own way.
For me, I like to plan. I just have a general idea of how I want to go about the game or how I expect the game to go. But again, there's so many different things that can happen on any given day, and more often than not, nothing ever really goes fully to plan. But there's some things that you can plan for and foresee generally happen the way that you expect it to happen. But I think you have to be instinctive and just understand, when and where and the times that you can use instinct as opposed to sticking to a particular plan. So I've come here to win. After last year's campaign, we definitely need to make a massive improvement. And I don't want to settle for just making the playoffs. It might be easy to come and say after the last couple of campaigns that we've had, let's just make the playoffs. No, I think that's a bad way to look at it. And for me, I think if we aim for the stars, even if you fall short, a little short and you land on the clouds, I'm very confident that we can get this group to blossom and click. Only reason I'm here is to win this MLC and, go home with a smile on my face.
Yep, that's Jason Holder, who is a former West Indies captain. And he comes with big words, and they've started particularly well this season as well. Yesterday played and got the points, a good win. And here they are once again taking on the Unicorns. Hope and Mudassar in either side. Single change to each team. Colin Munro is a fantastic operator and is one of the experienced men in the T20 circuit. New Zealander who played well for his country, as is the case for this man, Andre Fletcher. Both have been around a really long time and they have seen it all, and they are tasked with coming up against Aaron Hardy to start things off. Countdown done. We have liftoff. Good game just gone by, actually, and they'd have been on the sidelines watching, waiting to have their turn, and would have in some way or other also been feeling what those who are out there might have felt, certainly empathizing, even though it was not their situation. Now they must come out and be clear in their thoughts and perform.
They absolutely have to. This game, you look at both these teams. Knight Riders have a little bit of momentum after a good win yesterday, but Unicorns, short, only for 1 run. The middle that out of the screws. The Unicorns have been acing it. Thomas, they've played really good cricket throughout this Cognizant MLC.
There is also the issue of your conditioning. Are you able to be up again and turn up and physically be here, as well as mentally? The LA Knight Riders must stand up once again, and they must start again, clean slate. Can't afford to sort of have the same game from yesterday continuing.
Yeah, as professionals, they have to be able to scratch that from the drawing board and say, I said reset, come back again and follow the processes. Because they lost a little bit of momentum coming down from Pomona, but they'll have to rebuild that, and they got a good start yesterday. Now they have to build on it.
First few deliveries from Aaron Hardy. One outside off, and then the rest have been right on line, right on the stumps.
If I were Fletcher, I'd just stand inside my crease to wait. The last 2 balls, he's had to dive back into his crease. Especially with Hardy pitching the ball right up and Munro hitting the ball straight back. Almost past him on both occasions.
2 straight. Helped on its way by Colin Munro. They'll get their first boundary.
A softie from Hardy. An easy one for Colin Munro. That is bread and butter for him. You bowl inside of his front shoulder, he will climb onto it and he will put you away towards backward square leg or fine leg. First boundary for LAKR.
Oh dear. Just a little bobble in front of him, but he also just looked up before he had it in his hands. And so misfield leads to a single at the end of the over. 7 off the first without loss. Downtown Dallas. Yeah, sun setting here. Look at the Los Angeles Knight Riders, and it's quite stark. I don't know that you would see a Knight Riders team without a Sunil Narine too many times.
Not at all. That is a very rare occasion. Hasn't been the case since 2012, I suppose, which is when he joined the first Knight Riders franchise. He is like a permanent fixture there.
And a very necessary cog in that wheel. Look at the head-to-head in Cognizant Major League Cricket. 6 matches, and it's pretty close. The Knight Riders looking to level that up. There'll be the fans who are sitting out there will say, yeah, in that rained out one we were winning. Nice this from Xavier Bartlett. Very good. Staying on the stumps. This man, the Spice Man, was on.
Yeah, he delivered with some spice yesterday, absorbed the pressure beautifully. In fact, got strike only after the first 10 balls, 11 balls were bowled and 2 wickets were lost. And then from there, did the bulk of the scoring for LAKR and played an important role. He will have to in this one as well.
Yeah, good call. Wait. Good hustle as well from Haris Rauf, who chased that down. It's not Haris, actually. Ahmed Azam.
Hammaz, is it just me or is this wicket coming on better than the previous one after it's rolled?
Yeah, it tends to when the sun goes, and in the middle of the day is that bit slower, and then as we go along, and you'll see even as you get to the second innings, it tends to go better. That's the general trend.
Because there is a stark difference from the back end of the second match, the second innings, to the first couple of overs. The ball seems to be coming onto the bat beautifully.
What you also have is a brand new ball with the start of this, plus that roll you're talking about, and the compaction. Ah, Boca.
Chalk and cheese, they'd say.
Yeah, it is, and rugby cricket.
Beautiful, isn't it, when you see families coming into the games like this? It's a great touch when you see families come in, both young and old.
Passing it on or trying to, as dad or mom, uncle, aunt, grandpa, grandma, whoever it is. It is lovely. 11 without loss.
Isn't she a happy chappy? Coming in the numbers over the weekend. The beautiful stadium, Grand Prairie. Groundsmen have done an exceptional job.
The bowlers operating at present. Anie and Bartlett good. Now Brodie Couch joins the fray. That's a good start.
Impressive to see Brodie Couch to have actually improved his own confidence in the way he executes during the course of this league. Vijaya Malela standing in his 22nd T20 game. It's so easy to confuse that name, Thomas.
Depends on your own sort of environment. Jermaine Lindo is the other umpire. Also, what might already exist in your own head.
No kidding.
They sit, they wait for it to be unfurled for them this game. We saw just before how it can all go as if it's going one way, and you think that it's done and dusted, and you know exactly what's going to happen. You might even leave your seat and disappear. 4 runs. And the second one in that region. If you just go on his hip, you'll help it on.
Yeah, the second boundary for him. Exactly the same area. Exactly the similar type of delivery that he received in the previous over. He loves it out there. Must be thanking them in his mind. And collect 4 more.
The plan seems very much to be dead straight. So sometimes you can make the error of being a little too straight and you might go off to the fence. But so far they've been very good. All 3 who've come in to operate. And Hardy, Bartlett, and now Brody Couch. Also unafraid to get into the block hole, bowl Yorkers. An important phase, the first phase of the game. Alexis power play. They would love quite a few of those remotely speedy deliveries, but wouldn't mind taking pace off as well. Fields change, leg side, 2 fielders out. Might well be slow and into the pitch. From round.
Yeah, you're right. Pace off or cutters on this wicket certainly has helped the bowlers and the fielding team quite a bit. Brody Couch has actually used that quite a bit when he's bowled. They're the leading wicket takers. Remittley leading wicket takers. Bartman leading from the front, 18. Stoinis after that 5-foot moves to 16. Jasdeep at 15. And Short, who's bowled exceptionally well, is at 14. And Couch, who's bowling right now, is on 13.
Sweet. Some width pounced upon. A lovely square drive for 4 to end the third. It's 21 without loss.
Yeah, pitched right up, clean as you like it. Crunched it through the offside for 4. Likes it there, does Fletcher. Bit of width.
Lovely drone pictures. We love the drone. Gets absolutely everywhere, sees everything. Here's Matt Short. Been so good with ball in hand this season. Let's look at his MLC career. And I say so good, I must reiterate and augment the point, because he's bowled in the power play too. Yeah, have a look at that. Wickets galore. put the markers on him. Too short, too wide, and cut away easily by Munro.
Yeah, I didn't miss by much. It was just about maybe a feet off where he generally bowls. He was ready for it. Generally tries to push the batters to go on the back foot. Tries to bowl the regular off spinner. Generally looks to bowl the undercutters a lot more.
Oh, excellent. This time it is Harish Rauf.
A piece of fielding by Rauf. Again, trying to get the batter to play against the spin, to the long side, against the wind. Good captaincy this from short.
Safely negotiated. 4 done. Bowling side happier with the sedate start. 27 without loss.
Xavier Bartlett will bowl his second as the Knight Riders off to a becalmed start, but a pleasing enough one. Still wicketless. Worked away for the single. We've got the pleasure of the company of Danny Morrison for the next 4 overs. Danny, this league continues to astound us this season. It's been so tightly fought.
Yeah, and freaky that in terms of teams getting points, and they could all end up on a cluster at the top of the table, couldn't they? Like everyone could have 10. Not so long ago, everyone had 6, didn't they? And so with New York getting up there, which in a way, Orcas have blown that badly, yeah, it could be a right little cluster at the top.
What it means, of course, is that every single match of the remainder of this regular season, all the way to match number 30, is going to count for something. Not a single dead rubber. So much to be played for. There really is. Just seen a bit of a trend emerging as well throughout more recent times. We're back together, Danny. Get it, come in, come. There we go.
I don't like your BO hairstyle as well, scaring me.
Pulled away. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, Danny. That's exactly what I want to look like you. I just want to share it with you, big man.
When did you start to recede a little? What year were you?
22, 23, mate. I was going early. It was the days of Slim Shady and Eminem. Everyone tried to imitate him, so you just to die there, and that made it go quicker.
No, you've got a decent head, I suppose, as they say. Shaped head, I mean. Refrain that.
Yeah, we got the two tacklers, the 2 bald men up here in the commentary box. Big trend emerging though this season. Spiceman uses his feet down the track. Will break the sequence without a boundary. Gets 4. Nicely cut away.
He's one of those into the surface bowlers, Xavier Bartlett out of Australia. This occasion just a bit too much width. Across the seam. More the length really than anything that he created for himself there, Andre Fletcher. Just went a little leg side of it. I thought it might have been a bit wider than that. It wasn't. It wasn't a bad line, but it just shows you the fleet of foot. Andre Fletcher.
Tried the little 1-2 combo there. Down the track, then going deep in the track in the next one. Yeah, good use of the feet. Watch the head position here. Very still. A bit of a trend emerging. Our first leg in Dallas, Danny, average power play was 59. Since we've come back for the final leg, I don't know, is that because of the pressure, the additional pressure? Is it because that they went away and played in Oakland and Pomona and they're readjusting? Average now just 49, so a 10-run differential across the 2 weeks of regular season action that we've had here at the Grand Prairie Stadium. Been a very tangible difference. And again, another example here in the power play, just 7 from it, 34 for none.
Yeah, they're content to conserve wickets at the top there rather than try and get out of the stalls, out of the blocks early. But yeah, I think the surface being a bit conservative, a bit dry. Players have said it was a bit on the slow side. Weather here is just damaging. That heat can change the state of a pitch quickly.
Yeah, I think the fans who are coming in to enjoy the Friday night floodlit action will enjoy the shade, because it is certainly pretty oppressively hot. Here's a man who's always red hot with the ball in his hand, Haris Rauf. Pakistani speedster. Come in from the river end of the ground, wind behind his back. And he may well have struck from his very first delivery. Fletcher looked to go cross-batted. All he could do was skew it right up in the air. Haris Rauf born to take wickets, and he keeps doing it.
That very distressed look on his face here, Andre Fletcher. Knows he got a little start here. Should have done better, but seam up. It's not quite there, and a Cognizant clutch catch for Aaron Hardy. Nicely judged. He's just saying, yep, another night at the office. See you later, Spicy. Gone for 15. Knight Riders lose their first at 34.
Going to stick with this tactic. Promotion again up the order for the second consecutive game for Andre Russell. Into his 598th T20 match. Only done this 16 times up at number 3. Here's another look at the dismissal. There's Haris Rauf, simply too fast, too furious.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing in terms from Fletch, because you just have a little bit of a look at him. Have a look at Ralph. He's a class act. He's an international player. A little wink to send him off. Choke on that, Fletch, you were saying.
He is such a likeable human, firstly, Haris Rauf, but secondly, such a skillful bowler. Slight shuffle in the field, bring the deep fine leg up and send the deep backward point back to protect that shorter boundary. So a man in the deep on either side now, both behind square with Haris Rauf's extra pace. Russell needs to go, and I think might have just got home.
Yeah, he certainly had to flick the switch there, Andre Russell. Get going, and has a little chuckle. Called slightly late because he wanted the single. Wanted to get moving. Hardy, look. Tight, yeah, really tight. That could have been on the line, so he'll be grateful that Hardy missed the target.
Good loud call from Colin Munro. He's had a bit of a niggle with a back spasm down in Pomona. Important man up at the top of the order for the men in purple. One more look here at the wickets. Charismatic cricketer, both here, Spiceman and indeed Harris Rauf. And just look at the reaction. A little thanks very much, Spicy. TFC, thanks for coming.
Yeah, nice little bit of byplay, wasn't it? A little wink to send him off. Yeah, just too ambitious early on there, Fletcher.
Clever stroke, uses the pace from Rauf just to steer it away, guide it away for a boundary four.
He's not all about brute force. The deft touch as well, and the smarts, knowing that third is up inside. There's a man deep backward point at no price. Well played, Dre Russ.
Fielder there, but the wind is all now. Have a look at this. Put it down, did all the hard work. I think this would have been out. And Hassan Khan, who's nearly pulled off the extraordinary. He's done every piece of hard work here, I reckon, and fallen at the final hurdle.
I just think he maybe thought he'd been over the line. Did he run out of room? Was he standing on the boundary cushion? I just want to check this. Is it 6? Is it 6? Is it 6? I think it might be. Yeah, definitely is he. I think he knew. I think he saw, yeah, look, definitely. Smashed into the Toblerone. He's peeled it back and started chewing into the chocolate. Crazy. There's the sixer. Dozen off. Power play done. And the Knight Riders 46 for 1.
Best over the power play. Really just thanks to the last 2 balls with consecutive boundaries, 4 and 6. With the extra pace of Harris Rauf. He did lose the first wicket, that of Andre Fletcher too. Here's Mudassar back into the 11. One changed side. Anurad Emmanuel misses out the leg spinner. The left arm seamer gets his chance again. Stands tall, punches into the offside. 50 comes up in real style. And for me, the shot of the innings thus far.
Yeah, Munro's had his back issues there in Pomona. Missed a game. This would have tested it. Thrashing through. The trademark of Munro over the years. Seen it a lot. Nicely placed.
Wants 2 and will get it easy. Now I know this ended up being a maximum, Danny, but it was nearly quite sensational catch. Did everything right, Hassan Khan, apart from that treading on the rope and then completing the catch.
Well, it had the bowler really excited when he had that bit there and thought, okay, I flicked it back. Well, come on, catch it, do your job. And then puts it down, and so Ralph was ripping his hair out. Yeah, but he didn't realise he'd stood on the boundary cushion.
Just love everything that Harris Rauf does, the way he carries himself. Brilliant to watch. Here's the Lexus power play highlights. There's pace on offer again from Brodie Couch, getting the speed gun up above 90 miles an hour. Just the occasional aggressive stroke. No real maximums until Dreyrus got to the crease. That was the first wickets. Andre Fletcher. A near piece of brilliance from Hassan Khan. Our only 6 didn't actually get over the rope. It was because the fielder trod on the Toblerone, the advertising hoarding. But they have a platform, the Knight Riders. They won't be necessarily overly displeased with their efforts. Interesting to see Andre Russell go up the order because he hasn't many runs so far this season. A lot of those have come in very limited efforts towards the end of an innings with an over, 2 overs left, so can't read too much into it. But they're backing him to bring that X factor, bring that power up at number 3.
Yeah, well, he is X Factor. He's been doing it for a long time as Andre Russell and this fellow as well, Munro. VTEX leading run scorers. And we've got one from, well, just about, because we've got Fletch there. They've got the 2 Knight Riders up there. Owen, well, no surprises. And you think of all these guys, open the batting. Or at 3 anyway, certainly.
Tis the place to be, isn't it? For the top.
Just on that, if you don't, I'll sack you. Get out. You have your choice and time, and you're batting a power play, and the new ball with only 2 men out.
Got one for you here, Danny. I think there's a bit of a misnomer around this ground. We've seen it historically. So many sides want to chase, but actually across the 4 seasons, now 51 games in MLC here, average first inning score 180. That's interesting, but look at how close it is. And that's why the Knight Riders' decision and Jason Holder, who's such a student of the game, deciding to bat first doesn't come as that big a surprise, bucking the trend somewhat. And he's got the pair of Dreyrus up the top to try and give him a defendable total. 10 runs come from that one, 56 for 1. That graphic surprise you that it's much closer in terms of winning whether you bat first or second?
I also think about that other great stat that this ground and any other around the world of tracking down 200 plus scores have been achieved. But again, yeah, you put runs on the board and then sometimes day games. I'd like to know that. Rodders, sort that out, will you? Day games, juggling of day games, how dry it is and what have you.
There's nothing we quite like more here at MLC than returning faces and the cutest fans in the world. And I've got a bunch of them just to my left. How old are you?
15.
15.
I'm 11.
11.
I'm 8.
8. Oh, he's 9. He's forgot. He's 9.
11.
And he's 11 as well. But how many years have you guys been coming to Major League Cricket?
We all 3 have been coming for 3 years.
3 years. How about you? How many years have you come?
4.
4 years to Major League. But come over here because I think I might have had the cutest fan who might be the newest fan. He's 8 years old. Dewey, you're back. New shirt. How are you doing? He's having a great time. Dewey, great to see you again. Guys, the best fans in the world.
Powered by Russell the Muscle, finds the gap, finds 4.
I'm fearing for Aman Patel down there. Big teeth, weren't they? Size of that dog. Yeah, it's angling back in. You even just saw then a puff of dust. So, oh no, Brody. Oh, Chief, come on. Cardinal sin in T20.
Maybe one of the very last men in this competition you want to be bowling the no ball free hit to. Had a couple of these this season, hasn't he? Just striving for that extra inch. Maybe the change of ends as well, coming with the breeze behind his back. Oversteps, here comes the free hit. Oh no. No, that's what, 4th time we've seen it this season. This time he doesn't actually end up on his backside. Again, somehow he's okay, so flexible.
Yeah, again, that back foot is nothing up the side of the boot. He's going to have to get their bootmaker, whoever his sponsor is, to sort that out. Ouch. He's lucky he hasn't rotated an ankle or a knee there.
Still a free hit. goes straight up. Remember, this cannot be out, so they won't even bother trying to catch it. Just left alone, and 1 run to the total. A rather messy start to the 8th over.
Yeah, something really has to happen here for Brodie Couch. He's got to sort that out, because otherwise he's going to have a season-ending bad injury or a knee. Wow. Gets through that crease quickly, but that back foot landing. I was on air with Robin Utapa, and he said, yeah, something's got to be done about his boot to rubber up the side, maybe in just a couple of grippy, smaller studs, just gently, particularly just to have stability in planting that back foot.
I think that's a really good point, actually, because you think about it, Danny, to make a change to his technical aspects of his bowling action at this stage of his career would be very difficult. Whereas if you're just talking about a piece of equipment change, really maybe something that maybe no other fast bowlers would need, but something on the side of the boot just to avoid that, because we don't want to see a bad injury, never do.
No, I mentioned it with Robin, you say hole in your front boot just to relieve that pressure that builds up. Yeah, why not, even on your back foot landing? A little initiative to come up and work out with the biomechanics.
Now look at that for a strike, the larger side, and a beautiful ping off the bats of Andre Russell. His promotion up the order. It's working nicely for the Knight Riders right now.
Fireworks have just freaked out a few of us up here. Geez, like a cannon going off. If anyone can, Dre Russ can. No one else has done this to the biggest side, the Eastern Terrace. Everyone's been getting out caught in the deep. Good on you, Dre.
Uncle Tajinder, remember? Tajinder got one out there earlier.
Hey, I might have been asleep.
Yeah, he was hitting them so well. Just managed to muscle one right in the final over. Up and over the head. The man who's all the way out, actually, as well. Warm day, Danny. Since you're in Texas, all you can think of is a bit of Billy Bob Thornton, bit of Landman. You've been getting that one on your series watch of late.
Yeah, I've watched, I think, most of the second one. I do like it.
It is outstanding, isn't it?
Well, the other word was outrageous that came to mind. Some of those Saturday mornings and things.
I reckon you make for a good cameo character in season 3, Danny.
I'd cane it there.
It's about the West Texas oil industry, isn't it? Over in the Permian Basin. Slightly different part of Texas we're in here. It's such a big state as well. That's actually miles away.
What about that episode where those guys went out hunting and there was a gas leak and they're chasing those wild pigs and then they're all out dying? Ugh.
It's rough here in the Lone Star State. Make them tough.
That's why I'm not moving here, all right?
I think it's a bit more normal in Dallas and in the city of Grand Prairie than out in the wild western bits of Texas. Now, it's been an expensive over, 15 off it, and Short and Couch are just trying to plot a way to get through it. He has been very penetrative this year, Brodie Couch, but at points he's been expensive. Tends to happen when you bowl up at that 144 kilometers an hour that he's peaked at in this over, up over 90 miles an hour yet again. He's got speed to burn, just like Harris Rauf. Oh, and freshens him up with a bouncer to finish with. He's got the boxing feet dancing. Out have been bowled. 71 for 1.
$71 for 1. 37 from the last 3. This is exactly why the Knight Riders sent Russell up the order yesterday. It didn't necessarily work, but today it has. This is the impact they want with the loss of Andre Fletcher. Aaron Hardy. Something they did, and he could call on alongside, it was something they did last year in 2025, the Knight Riders. They were just looking for some solution to their batting woes. Interesting move. For the Unicorns and Matt Short, it'll be about breaking this partnership, which is 38 off 19. Left of screen, folks, 16-meter boundary difference to the right of your screen. So hence the deep point, deep cover, and long off. And there's also a very straight fielder. We tend to see this for the power hitters, Pollard, Russell, etc. Man directly behind the bowler. Excellent execution.
Yeah, there he is. You don't traditionally see a fielder play so straight. But obviously when Russell is hitting the ball like this, you're going to have to do things as a bowler.
Doesn't carry. This is what Romario Shepherd and MI New York did well coming on to the end of that first innings, and both teams were watching. Anika, they would have been learning.
Of course, I mean, with the way these two batters are going, obviously partnership 39 off 21. It's going to bring attention to the eye, and you're going to want to plan for this as an opposition. Try to get that breakthrough early on so they don't settle in the way they are possibly going at now.
Got something for you. The sun is setting on the Knight Riders season, and they've never made the playoffs. Will they see the daylight of Auckland? It is so well hit. Full follow through and presentation of the bat face.
Yeah, fireworks just went off, and that might have just been a firework of a shot itself. Full swing straight through the ball. Nearly hit us here in the comm box here, Nikki.
They rely on boundaries, this Knight Riders team. Highest percentage of any team of runs scored in boundaries. And you think about the nature of the players as well. Russell, Powell, Holder, Monroe when he gets going. Someone to be the glue, similar to how Matt Trump was last night, and then of course finished by Badar and Hamilton. Who's the glue today for the Knight Riders? Fielder is still straight behind the bowler for Hardy with long on, deep mid wicket, and the others on the offside, right of screen. Well placed, you know. Extremely well placed by Andre Russell, who we're used to seeing all the power from. 84 for 1.
Yeah, sensational. He's just swinging his hands at everything, and the placement and the timing for that was near to perfection.
.57 from the last 5. Yes, they lost Fletcher, but it's actually been a blessing in disguise because Russell is striking at over 200. highest score this season for Andre Russell, and the 50 partnership up as well. Mr. Wickets is back, Matt Short.
Yeah, interesting to see the way Captain Short is going to just go through with the rest of these 5 balls. He's been known to make a breakthrough in his over.
Yeah, the amazing thing is 14 wickets. He's got the best strike rate of any bowler. Every 9 balls, he takes a wicket. And half right-handers, half left-handers, which sometimes can be rare for an off-spinner. How well has he hit it? Extremely well. Andre Russell, full of muscle.
Yeah, even through the expertise that Matthew Shorts brings you, just free arms to the ball. There's no doubt that was going right to the side screen. 82 meters, 269 feet. That's a very confident 6 out of the bat of Russell.
With Short from this end trying to force Russell to hit leg side, takes on the smarter option of going straight. Goes past Mudassar and will also go into the boundary. Each of the last 4 have gone for 10 or more. Knight Riders on top at the halfway stage, 95 for 1. Time for a drink.
Yeah, it's been absolutely sensational for the LA K Riders here. 10 overs up at that drinks break, and we're looking at a score of 95. A very, very healthy strike rate here for both of the batters. Obviously, Fletcher out a little bit early on in that innings, but the damage that Munro and Russell have brought onto the crease, and the chemistry that the 2 of them have been facing the bowlers, it's absolutely sensational. And see that fall of Wicket, he's falling at 34. For them to rebuild it, coming on to 95. Lots of confidence here for the batters in LA.
There's been a formidable opening partnership this season. Munro missed the 1 game, but they've been strong together. Russell Fletcher began the power hitting. Munro joined in. Slowish start. Fletcher always uses his feet early. This time he didn't. High up on the bat, or sorry, low on the bat, and caught at mid-on. But Andre Russell has been extremely dangerous. Survived this. Foot touched the rope, Hassan Khan. Colin Munro has fed off with Russell's aura.
Yeah, the crowd is gonna love that. And as the string break is coming to a close, I'm sure there's very positive chats here between the staff and the players here and the Knight Riders end.
Great way to come out of the Lexus power play. Sometimes that can be the inverse, where You see the tall towers in the first 6 and smaller ones outside of it. The move to get Russell up the order has been a good one for the men in purple and gold. It's been a gorgeous evening here in Dallas. Remember why today is important, folks. 1v3, Knight Riders will want to separate themselves from the Orcas and Freedom and go to 10, which would almost make them certain to that playoff spot. Top 4, remember, will qualify. It is tight. They'll want 200 plus at a minimum. And with that Lexus points table in mind, Anika, last night when they took on Washington Freedom, Knight Riders were 10 for 2 after 10, in an even better position than this. And then they lost Fletcher and had a collapse in the middle. Nice dexterity from Russell to complement the power. So what have they learned from their experience 24 hours ago in setting the game up and setting this total?
Yeah, Nikhil obviously very hungry to get up there on the points table. At this point of the game, I mean, every single ball counts, and Russell and Munro obviously making full use of that.
Starts with a wide, and let's not forget the other dimension, Anika and viewers, there's no Cine on the Rhine tonight. So if there's one night where the Knight Riders want to make sure they capitalize on this position, it's tonight, where you may need a bit of extra cushion.
Yeah, just going off their win that they got yesterday, looks like they're very confident to take this through.
Fielders under it. It's not a man you want under either, because Finn Allen doesn't drop too many. Break comes at a good time for the Unicorns. Mudassar back into the team and into the wicket.
Yeah, you see from the celebrations how much that meant to the men in orange. Looks like he hit that well, a little bit of a top edge. He didn't know how much of he got under it, but Finn Allen secures it and bags that second wicket for the Unicorns. Russell out for 40, Knight Riders 97 for 2.
Yeah, guys, I tell you what, we have some of the best equipment and merchandise here in MLC. I love my polo, I love my slacks, but I might have traded in for my man to my right. He's got the kilt going here in Texas. Ian, you got the kilt on. Talk to me about this.
It's my heritage. I've always been curious about them for most of my life, and now that I'm an adult and I have the money for it, kilts have become like a daily wear thing when I'm not at work.
Well, it's baking hot. It's been baking hot. Does it keep you cool, the kilt?
Absolutely.
You might be seeing me in one of these tomorrow, guys. But you're a Unicorns fan. Talk to me about that. Why the Unicorns?
I like an animal team name. Love the orange. Very vivid, nice, stands out. And I love any team that's like has its own identity instead of being like a franchise for somebody else.
There you go. Love the orange. Another boundary for LAKR that won't help. It's not for the Unicorns, though. It's for LAKR, so we're going to have to flip that around. But you talk about highlights. I mean, you got the green shoes, green kilts. Where can I get one? Where do I get one?
utkilts.com.
All right. I guess that's where I'm going, guys. Tomorrow in the doubleheader, going to have one of those on.
Yes, Aman, we need you to get one of those for yourself. Can't take credit for this one, folks. Nice boundary from Trump. The unicorn is the national emblem of Scotland, my producer says, so if it's wrong, blame him. And kilts are from Scotland. Riveting. He'll be disappointed to lose Andre Russell at this stage, but 40 from 18, he's done his job and made a significant impact.
Yeah, that's the one that sends Russell out of the boundary, walking back to the dugout. But out Russell brings in Trump, who has been exquisite in the purple and gold here so far.
More work for deep cover to do. It is such a long boundary and there's so much real estate for Krishnamurti to cover. He can't. It is 12 from the 11th, 107 for 2.
Yeah, and it's strokes like that that doesn't leave the Knight Riders dugout worried that Russell is out. The fact that Trump is already 9 off 3. He's picking up the momentum really quick. The bowler's definitely not going to be happy letting that one go.
It's a boundary in each of the last 6 overs for the LA Knight Riders. And even after losing the Russell wicket, they hit 2 in the last over. So now it means Matt Short has to go back to Harris Ralph, potentially earlier than he would have wanted. One thing about the Unicorns, though, contrary to the Knight Riders, they always have a plethora of bowling options. Express pace back. Does he go to that wide ball to Monroe? Offside, longer side. We've grown so used to seeing him over the years, Anika. That power generated from the feet.
Yeah, just making way for him to strike the ball in such a clean angle. If you're going to play the traditional way, just front foot out, you might not get the best swing onto the bat to send that ball over the boundary. And that's what Russell has been doing. And extraordinary he's been doing at that.
Four games ago, folks, the LA Knight Riders made the decision to move Matt Trump from 8 to 3. And yesterday, coming in at 4, is his maiden MLC 50. Filled with intent.
They definitely packed a punch there, Matthew Trump. 50 off 32. And it's shots like this that brought LAKR home last night.
That was our previous game. If you missed it, Orcas were in a comfortable position and MI New York out of nowhere. Love to see new fans and the purists. Many learning here over the past 3 weeks about cricket, about the Cognizant MLC. Olympics in a couple of years' time. So cricket growing in the country. Deep point comes up and long off drops back to support the deep cover. Another 3 on the leg side. Exactly where they were yesterday, 110 for 2. Ended up getting to 192. which was then enough. But tonight, Anika, they've got a battle, Finn Allen, Pretorius, and a batting lineup that has been superb chasing.
Yeah, Gas is going to have to be on the pedal if they want to take this all the way and have a good enough score to defend.
He's just looked so authoritative at the crease in the last week or so, Matt Trump. He's taken over from Andre Russell.
Yeah, just making beautiful use of the pace that Ralph gives the batters here. He didn't look to overhit it, but the way he placed it and timed it, just good enough to get that over the rope.
It's an incredible cricket shot because that's exactly the side they want him to hit the ball. But he knows that fine leg pocket is much smaller than going square. Just waiting on it beautifully, just right of screen. Quickly, partnership up to 19 off 9. Usually, sometimes when you lose a wicket, you tend to have that dip in scoring rate. Went Yorker. 116 for 2.
$116 for 2. After 12 overs, the LA Knight Riders just trying to do what we've seen a lot here at Grand Prairie and accelerate towards that back half of the innings and really the back quarter of the innings. We saw it in the morning from MI New York with the Jinder Singh. And the Knight Riders will hope to replicate. Aaron Hardy will have to re-bowl that. Alongside me, Robin Uthappa. Robbie, it feels the Knight Riders are in a great place to really kick on.
Yeah, absolutely a wonderful launch pad they've had so far. And from here, they should kick on. If all goes well, they should get to about 200, 210. They can keep this momentum up. Trump's come and set the ground alight with his stroke making. It's been, like Nikhil said, very authoritative.
Robin, you've been almost the soothsayer, haven't you, with a couple of chases? Oh, it's going right down to the wire.
Yeah, it's kind of worked, hasn't it? I've made a few calls that the people in the comm box aren't really happy about football as well, about the FIFA as well. So let's see what happens. This one, I think, will be a very interesting game because the prodigious Pretorius is playing today. He'll be batting second on a wicket that'll be good to bat second. So if he gets going, very little anyone can do to stop him.
And stopping Pretorius will be difficult as well, given the fact that Sunil Narayan not available for the Knight Riders, not in the team today. So a lot of onus will be on the batters to really help themselves and help the bowlers out, adding those 10, 20 extra runs.
You know, granted that the Knight Riders have won batting first here a couple of times this season in the Cognizant MLC, I still think if you're batting first, you need that cushion of 20 to 30 runs extra for your bowlers to have a little bit of cushion when you're defending a score. That's the margin of error.
Nearly was very dangerous, that from Colin Monroe. I don't think he quite read that slower delivery to try to ramp it over the top.
Now, was a slow delivery, wasn't it? It was a cutter. Hoping to give get a little less bat on it, because if he had got a little less bat on it, probably would run away for 4. We need to get a boundary and over, a 6 and over at least, to keep the same momentum. They're going at 9.6 runs and over at the moment. They can keep that momentum going. They'll probably get there.
Matthew Trump's trying to use the wind and the smaller side there. So you can see the batters wanting to targets using the conditions.
You know, the average first inning score 179. He's batting first at 126, one chasing at 125. It's been very interesting because I wasn't here last year, but man, you can tell me about, it was actually better to bat on? Did it get tired in the wickets in the second innings last year?
If I'm talking to the players out there after, I don't think anyone said that it got worse to bat. And especially in that first day game we had today. It was almost so people were saying, the heat, it's hard to get set in because it is so hot. You're just not used to being out there. And once you get acclimated, you can almost adjust to the conditions. Tajinder Singh was telling us how hot it was during the flash interview as well. He's come off and immediately he's called for 3 or 4 Gatorades, and that's something to always look for, the conditioning and how much the conditions will affect the stamina and the endurance of the players out in the middle. Strong over for Aaron Hardy, just 7 from it, 13 gone, 123 for 2. Beautiful being in this part of the world. Downtown Dallas there. And excellent at night as well, as it starts to cool off. Doesn't cool that dramatically. It still is above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, even with the sun setting down. But it's a gorgeous view nonetheless. Plenty of bats for the LA Knight Riders to come. Robin Powell, Saif Badar, Jamar Hamilton, Jason Holder. So it's almost so important for the Unicorns to steal a wicket or 2 now before you get into the last 5.
Yeah, and Matt Short is the right person to do it. Bowled 2 overs for 18, but he's been amongst the wickets for most part of the tournament. He's got 13 so far. Actually, a little bit more if I'm not wrong.
He's going very straight, very high, and very long. Monroe brings up his 3rd MLC 50 in style.
Yeah, classic shot. Dedicating that to one of his kids. Stepped out, obviously knew the undercutter was coming his way. Just try to hit with the line, didn't try to overhit it. Got a lot of air, a lot of height, but enough distance as well.
He's been so key for the LA Knight Riders. They've really struggled at the top of the order in years past. And his addition, his first year in Cognizant MLC, 350s in 2026. And he's really picked Matt Short as the one he wants to go after. 3 deliveries and 3 very aggressive looks for Colin Monroe.
Yeah, and why not? You know, you want to be aggressive when things are going away. At 131 for 2, going at 9.6 runs and over, you want to be as aggressive as you can. You want to get as many as you can, Aman.
For the Knight Riders, the return to Dallas has really led to a return in form for the batters. The first 7 matches, 350s. You come back to Dallas in the last 2 nights, they've equaled that tally for the year. Bolden, one too many for Colin Monroe, and Short has his man.
Yeah, and that is the beauty of Matt Short in this season of the Cognizant MLC. Has been super effective. He's always looking, searching for those wickets. Arm ball. It's right up into the block hole. That is a great delivery. Colin Monroe goes for a well-made 52. Knight Riders are 132 for 3.
Platform was set, 50 on the board for Monroe. But this is where the depth of the Knight Riders will come in handy. Again, we've talked about all the batting to come. Here comes big Rovman Powell, the hero of the first win for the Knight Riders in their home venue. He's out here at number 5. His wicket's going to be key.
Yeah, it's going to be key for the Unicorns. His contribution is going to be key for the Knight Riders. Striking at 156. Oh, he's been one of those cricketers who's taken responsibility for the teams that he represents. One who came out here and played a mind-blowing innings at Pomona. Scored 70 of just 27 deliveries. Chasing, well, it was tough to chase on that wicket.
Gulamudassar is back. He's struggling with a bit of an injury leading up to this Dallas leg. And now he's dealing with Robin Powell because of this. Like you said, in the block hole, the arm ball as well. And just one shot too many for Monroe.
Yeah, I think the mindset is so key here for a bowler. You have to think aggressively. You have to think wickets. Because the best form of defense is offense. And if you're looking to get wickets as a bowler, you succeed and you will always put pressure onto the batting side. And that's something that's so key in a game like T20 because the batters are constantly on the offense. You gotta meet fire with fire.
Talk about fire, and Robin Powell is that man for LAKR. So he's joined Matthew Trump in the middle. He's actually played in the U.S. quite a bit. He's played a minor league cricket in 2022 as a part of the New Jersey Stallions. Took them all the way to the final. And he's lit up Major League Cricketer timer too as well, Robin. Banged away from Matthew Trump.
He was ready for it, wasn't he? Short this time, but picked the screws out of that one. Just hit it so well. He's pulled the ball that's been back of a length over long on for 6. He's pivoting off the front foot. Great positions, great power. 276 feet 6.
And this one, it's a touch of finesse and a touch of luck as we'll find 4 through 3rd.
Yeah, this is the kind of pressure that Knight Riders will want to keep putting on the Unicorns. This will also take off a lot of pressure from Rovman Powell, who's just come in a bat. Give him a little bit of time to just get in a little bit. If Trump can keep going on like this.
Matthew Trump, it's been a breakout season for him. given this promotion and responsibility up the order. And he's capitalized with his first ever MLC half century. He's also picked up a couple of power hitter awards as well. And he can play a great role in a partnership. But everyone's thinking about this man and what he did on that fabled night in Pomona, Robbie.
And this is it. 73 of 27 deliveries. Absolutely smashed it. Didn't give any bowler any respite. You just couldn't bowl to him that evening.
A little bit of discussion now and a change in the field. Another fielder added to the onside and the deep middle wickets. The long off has also come in place. And a gem of a time over in LA did Robin Powell. And it's just fallen short. Mudassar thought he had his man, but it wasn't meant to be. Close of 15, it's 146 for 3. How close was this to being a chance?
It certainly was close, but I think just fell short. Remember diving Harris off. Cutter again. There and thereabouts. Yeah, he wanted it, didn't he?
Seen a lot of pace today from the San Francisco Unicorns and teams in general in the return. Have a look there. The only spinner used to this point was Matthew Short. That's going to change as Hassan Khan is going to come into the attack. Remember, you hit straight down the ground, you're hitting into the wind. Interestingly enough, Robin, in a season where we've seen so many high scores, these two teams have neither scored nor conceded 200 runs this season. Nicely worked from Matthew Trump, found the gap and picked it to perfection.
Yeah, if Hassan keeps bowling at that 200 will be breached. That was a poor delivery. Bowled it into the pitch, asking to be hit. Accepted gleefully from Trump. Momentum currently seems like it's with the Knight Riders.
It won't be a boundary, but it won't be a delivery that Hassan Khan's happy with either. Especially with Trump batting the way he is and the kind of form he's in. It'll be a leg by.
He looked to bowl there, won't he? He looked to bowl more within the middle and leg stump. He'll want the batters to hit to the longer end and against the wind. If they got 11 runs and over there at 200, and 13, 14 is where they'd like to be. Probably went off the pad again this time. And he'd be upset.
Yorked himself to close over 16, 8 runs from it. It's 154 for 3.
going at just over 9.5s here, the Knight Riders, given that the coin toss went their way. And Jason Holder said, look, we're going to bat first. We've got to put on something fairly significant here, given the history of this venue. Small boundary straight, and also we've got a bias to the western side of the ground. You've just floated in and turned your tally on and seen the ball disappearing around this lovely arena that is Grand Prairie. Tromp, he's striking at 200 with his 38, and Powell's just got out there. Monroe got 52. He's enjoying himself here in Cognizant MLC in 2026. And now Matt Short, he's just being precise about his field, given that it's Tromp on strike. And we're going to finally get underway and bowl the 17th. Bartlett. And he has been laced through cover, but there is protection. And it looks a bit better, Pommy. I just think at night again, isn't it? Just makes it maybe that little bit slicker to bat on.
Yeah, it just seems to slide on a little bit more. And it is why, just in general, you sort of just go off the top of your head. You go, well, batting second teams certainly get into really good positions because it does slick on. Not necessarily in terms of results would they then go on and win the game anyway. But it is challenging for bowlers later in the day when they bowl here at Grand Prairie. Yeah, Matt Short, he hasn't been short of a wicket. Set batter, awake to what he was trying to do. Offies very slow with no pace on them, and then the arm balls looking to try and get through him, and did in the end.
Yeah, it was very nice, and that's not bad. Oh, that's a screamer. Yes. Is that Aaron Hardy down here in front of us? Tremendous, great commitment. He never took his eye off the ball. That is an important wicket right here now. Cognizant clutch catch for sure.
Excellent, excellent fielding. Seems he just couldn't quite get under it. He pats it, and look at that. It's a look of worry. You could see down in the background there. What about that? Oh, absolutely brilliant. Wonderful hands from Aaron Hardy. And the dangerous Powell goes for just 4 tonight. Knight Riders 155 for 4.
Big Jace Holder, he's in at number 6 again. 6 with an eye. Stop it. Getting abuse from the box here. These Aussies are everywhere. And there's a couple of Aussies here. Bartlett and Hardy. Oh, yeah, tremendous. Yeah, it's made the top 6.
Judgment, anticipation, and then a commitment to complete it. We have seen many a time here at Grand Prairie sides capitulating, having had a really good start, where the back end of their innings just collapses, really. Yeah, this is worth looking at. It might, as you watch it, just look like it's regulation. It's not at all. It really isn't. Very rarely does he celebrate or show much emotion, Aaron Hardy, actually. He cracked a smile there.
That was it. Hang on, he's had to adjust there. Tromp. That's a beauty, as it was an into the surface delivery there. He's adjusted well here, Tromp. He's into the 40s now. Has he gone cross seam? Was he? Yeah, his leg cut. Sits in there. Look at that. That's useful with the wrist work. This will be good.
Yeah, a leg cut and wide, and that's because of the shorter boundary on that side. So wants you to hit against the turn rather than with it with the off-cut version. And then really full to Holder, who's recently to the crease. 158 for 4.
Now, if Matthew Tromp can stay there, and they can go at 12 or 13s, they'll get close to 200, and that would be handy. It's not quite the same slick surface here at Grand Prairie as it has been in previous seasons. It has been very hot, though, and just wonder it's just a little bit on the dry side. Time for Harris Ralph to come back. He's had a couple of overs. That's a good seed. Pretorius, keep an eye on this fellow. Got the gloves on, Luandre Pretorius. We've got to keep an eye on this fellow. Under lights, we keep saying this, it's a different story, there's no doubt. It's a subtle difference in temperature. Not a lot, but it just seems the sun's gone and the breeze has been around and it just cools off. It is definitely that much better to bat at night rather than the heat of the day. For it to come on better. He's fallen over in his follow through again. We've seen that a bit. A couple of subcontinent bowlers of late. Ahmadzai from Afghanistan, he ended up on the turf a few times. Followed through this afternoon. Harris Ralph's joined him. Yeah, get the 12 or 13, you're going to get close to that 200. That last over was a beauty. A wicket and only 4 off it. It was superb from Bart. He's bowled 3 overs, 1 for 15. Superb. Double trouble. Homeboys return tomorrow, Saturday. Super Kings, about time to see you here in Texas. And they're up against the Washington Freedom, who came second yesterday for the Knight Riders. Very star-studded lineup. And then, second one, match 28, Orcas up against the Unicorns under lights. Steiners, fresh off a 5-bar, but still came second. For all old game. Gone a long way into the night sky. Takes some catching. Sanjay Krishnamurti, that is a very good grab because it went a mile in the air and had to steady himself.
Yeah, doesn't matter who you are. You cannot, here at Grand Prairie, try and take that wind on. If you lift the ball up into the air to that eastern side, you're giving those fielders a chance. He absolutely smoked that, but it went a mile up and just hung there and was brought back onto the field. Krishnamurti with the catch, Ralph with the wicket, 160 for 5.
Here's Saif Badar, one of the heroes, really, for the Knight Riders a couple of matches ago. He ended up with 24 from a dozen, just helped things along. That strike rate of 200, so a nice little cameo yesterday. Oh, that's a good seed. Has he nicked it? Oh, what a difference a day makes. Got a quick fire 24 last night here. Mate, Golden Duck. We're on a hat trick here, Harry.
Rocking and rolling here. The Unicorns. Yeah, quick. Just in the channel. A feather. And that man, Haris Rauf, has done it again. Badar gone for a golden one. It's 160 for 6.
Man with the gloves. This is Jamar Hamilton. He's got to come out and face the hat-trick ball. And Haris Rauf, he's no stranger to it. Got one for the Melbourne Stars. Big bash. 2020, I think it was at the MCG. Well done, Rodders. So he's on another one here. Can he get his second T20 hat-trick? Here we go. Not far away, it was a goodie, on target. And Jamar, you've got to keep running, son. Too busy ball watching and looking at the fielder. I definitely want to have a look at this, surely. Yeah, Jermaine Lindo just wants to check this. He'll ask Paul Wilson.
TV Umpire Director, we've got a run-out review. Start with the best angle, thanks. Just keep rolling it, keep rolling it. Bat is grounded over the line before the stumps are broken. I've got my decision to the big screen.
Ooh. Sigh of relief, just a frame in it. Yeah, he was a little casual there, Hamilton. 18 bowled, it's 162 for 6. Yeah, 52 to Monroe and 40 to Dre Russ. Trump's on 40 himself. He's got into those 41, make that 42. And he does hustle onto you. Very slippery, Haris Rauf, and comfortable catch through to Pretorius. Usual celebration with the arms out wide. One of those famous bands with arms wide open. For you, Bazid Khan, one of his favourite bands. Thinking of 2.
Actually thought you were just talking about calling wide then.
Sorry, music lovers, just on about Creed. Good old tunes from turn of the century. I know I'm showing my age, but yeah, good sounds. DJs have been great here in the US of A.
And not a good tune played for them or by them. Got themselves in such a good position. A misfield there allows them to get back for a second. But last 30 balls, 37 for 4. Went from scoring at 10s just about and looking comfortable to, in that period, scoring at just a run a ball and losing batter after batter after batter. It's stalled their progress greatly here. So from looking like getting 200, 210, they're now struggling to get 180.
You got a glove on. They want one. You have to hustle here, Hamilton. Yeah, creaky, isn't it? The last 30 balls, that little passage of play, 37 for 4. That's what they've done.
Oh, Sonny. Sunil Narayan's off on the side and he's having a full-on chuckle. And a full-on chuckle is what Sunil Narayan would do at an extreme stage in terms of showing emotion.
Oh, bit of fortune there. They need this, the Knight Riders. Yeah, they really have stalled a bit. 4 wickets in succession, really. Yeah, take 4 and be happy. Another night that goes to the fielder and is out, but not this time. Trump is 46 now. Ooh. Oh dear. What about sliding the bat earlier?
He thought he was going to get one in the back. Narayan loving it. $19 done. It's 173 for 6.
Come down to the final over. Now, if they get 15 or so of this, yeah, still not good enough, you don't think? They were going so well when Munro and Russell were pumping along, and then you've had a bit of Matthew Chomp, who's he's striking at near 190. 5 4s and 2 6s for Matthew Chomp. Up against Bartlett now. Oh, and he's missed out on the full toss, just below knee height. Oh, they don't get much better than that. And it'll be leg byes, I think. Yeah, not off the willow. Missed out.
Yeah, Hamilton at the other end, non-strikers. Yesterday turned up and managed to strike some blows, 22 from 12. Would love just a boundary from him, perhaps 2.
Yeah, that's a little smoting one, but then again, into that breeze. Finn Allen will tidy up. Just shows you again, though, doesn't it? The strength of that breeze on that angle, slowing it down.
Must commend the Unicorns to look at the flags. And the wind is also gusty, so it's not consistent. Sometimes, I guess, there you go, sometimes batters will look and think, maybe if we can sneak one under it here, I could take it on, but it's a trap.
Hello, this has gone miles. Is it out? Catch it! Yes! Krishnamurti again, is it? Sanjay, you ripper. There'll be spitting tax here, Trump. He's missed out what would have been a useful half century.
Yep. The wind once again. He played well. Matthew Trump. No pace on it. He's got to try and make all of it. As soon as it goes upward like that, that wind comes into play. Caught a long way in despite trying to absolutely smoke that. And once again, Sanjay Krishnamurti. This time for Bartlett. Yeah, well played, Matthew Tromp. 177 for 7.
Van Skalkvik is out in the middle. Wobble, that's a beauty. Full pitch Yorker. He couldn't get anything on this Shadley Van Skalkvik. Yeah, you're right, Pommy and Bongwa. Look at this. Miles up, miles up. Such a big pocket here at Grand Prairie. Well taken.
Yeah, applauded as he comes off. Matthew Tromp is helped to the cause somewhat. Take what you can get. Again, I'll say applaud the bowling, the planning. It's been pretty good right from the start. Happy to bowl Yorkers early on, but always using that big side, the Unicorns.
When Skalkvik's got being left-handed, the smaller side. Wow. It's another good Yorker. Doesn't allow Van Skalkvik, the lefty, to go into that smaller western side for him. Now we've got Hamilton, who's back to a right-hander. Now he's heading back into that big eastern side. So we've got one to go. We've got to breach 180. Be useful, but it should have been more, Pom.
Yeah, would have entertained thoughts of 210. Dreaming big would have been 220.
That's how you get hold of it in the breeze. Yeah, it's gone all the way. Sanjay, nice try, but it was always going for 6. What a crack off the bat. That is very handy. 11 off the last over, but particularly that last delivery.
He swung absolutely everything at this. And that's a top strike. Oh, nearly. Look at how high he gets. That is brilliant. What an effort. Yeah, that is so good an effort from Sanjay Krishnamurti. But what a strike from Jamar Hamilton. 6er to finish off, 11 off that one, the Knight Riders, and 184 for 7. So from starting off with the openers doing a good job once again, 34 they put on, and then that second wicket going so well. 52 to Monroe and 40 to Russell, who got it off just 18 balls. Really were on their way. And then the wickets started to fall. 132 for 2 became 160 for 6. And 177 for 7. And they've ended 184 for 7.
Yeah, okay partnership. Just went quite circumspect and wanted to keep some wickets in hand, get through the power play, and then look at that Russell and Monroe 63, 35 for that Monroe Tromp. Some good stuff at the top. But yeah, not bad at all. That 3 for 25 from Ralph. That's a pick for me, and 2 for 24 Bartlett was useful as well. And we've got Aman Patel sideline.
Here with Haris. Ralph, 3 wickets for you today. Haris, what went right?
Look, just try to hit the area. So I think so that in this today, wicket was look good. So just I tried to hit the hard length bowling, stump to stumps.
Yeah, they were 97 for 2 coming out of the 10th over. What was the conversation in drinks to try to restrict them?
We communicate to each other. So just try to the with the variation bowling. So I think that as a bowling unit we did very well, good job.
In terms of that final score, how do you feel about it?
I think so. We have a very good form as a batsman. So our top 3 batsmen, I think so, they finish the game, inshallah.
There you go. Thank you so much. Harris, good luck in the second innings.
Thank you.
So the target for the Unicorns to get up and win is 185 from 120 balls. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the reply shortly.
Friday Night Lights are in action here, and it was the Knight Riders who won the toss, chose to bat first. And despite really good efforts from Munro, Russell and Trump, they're going to have to be satisfied with 184 for 7. The highest score of the lot was Colin Munro, but maybe the most impactful at 40 off just 18. From Andre Russell, promoted up the order. Here's a look at the best of this first innings highlights. As the Unicorns looking to become the first side, guarantee themselves a top 4 spot by getting to 12 points. It was a cautious start in the power play. Only a flurry of boundaries, and then Andre Fletcher was the first to fall, which brought Andre Russell to the crease. Russell played very well indeed, hitting back-to-back boundaries early in his innings, including the 6 that was a result of Hassan Khan just trotting on the boundary rope. Colin Munro, despite a little bit of a niggle, he managed to battle through and get to 50. Some big blows down the ground, right over our commentary position. Russell showed all of his muscle. 7 boundaries and just 18 deliveries before he was caught by Pinallan in the deep. Big wicket that for Ula Mudassir. That brought Matthew Trump to the crease, who continued his fine season. Played so well. It was the moment that got Munro to 50 with the C celebration, and then he was cleaned up by Matt Short soon after. Cannoned and ricocheted off his pad. Trump continued to show his power, particularly that short arm jab that he plays so well. He didn't get much support at the far end. Rodman Powell and Jason Holer both came and went really quickly. 4 and 3 respectively. And after Sanjay Krishnamurthy took that good catch, it was a safe batter that was dismissed very first ball by a fired up Paris Rauf, who was bowling the speed of lights. Back of the hand slower ball, but paid to what could have been back-to-back 50s for Trump as he was caught for 49 off 28. And Jamar Hamilton got one over the rope in the last ball of the innings. Yeah, for the bowlers, there's no doubt that Rauf was the star of the show. A bit of a surprise as a consequence that he only bowled 3 overs. Good economical figures though too as well for the captain. Short as always, and Xavier Bartlett 2 for 24. Fantastic figures for him. Now he's been in really good all-round form this year, particularly with the ball actually. The captain of the San Francisco Unicorns, it's Matthew Short.
Are you planning to turn up for a game in a budgie smuggler again?
Why did I know this was coming up? Look, it's not on the cards. It wasn't even on the cards last year. I don't even know why I did it, to be honest. But no, it was a nice little plug for budgie smugglers. It was a bit of fun, so who knows? I love captaining any team I'm involved with. You know, not only the on-field stuff, but I love sort of, you know, all the off-field admin and sort of building a squad and working with the coaching staff as well. So I love, you know, being involved a bit more in the game and also developing my own sort of leadership skills as well. I had an older coach who sort of coached me through the pathway programs, Jared Loftman. Used to call me GC for Greg Chappell's. I think it's just like my laconic and sort of calm, relaxed nature, and I sort of had a bit of a free-flowing bat path, I think pretty similar to Greg Chappell. My game style has probably changed a little bit, you know, from back in the junior days. Probably focused more on the power side of the game, especially here in T20 cricket. I guess when you're a bit younger, you kind of focus a lot more on the technical side of things, but as you get a bit older and a bit more experienced, you probably focus more on the mental side of the game and, you know, try and tinker a bit there just to be more consistent, as I was saying before. But yeah, in terms of the power stuff, I probably tried to incorporate a bit of the baseball style approach. I've never actually played a game of baseball, but I've incorporated a lot of it into my training and different swing paths and stuff like that. Trying to get the backspin on the ball as baseballs do, hitting home runs and looking at new ways to be more powerful. And yeah, it's been a pretty fun process, to be honest. My message to the boys is always the same. It's just to have fun and back yourself in. You know, when there's lights and cameras and stuff like that, and there tends to be a bit more pressure. But yeah, my message to the lads will just be have fun, go and back yourself, and be positive, and yeah, just enjoy yourself.
Well, it's a simple message from the leader, but you can imagine that it's one that the Unicorns really enjoy playing under. Back yourself, be positive, have fun, get out there and show the world what you can do. The Unicorns to become the first side to seal their spots in the Cognizant MLC playoffs for season 4. They're going to need 185 to win. Can they do it? Find out in just a moment's time. Match number 26. We're under the floodlights here, just outside the city of Dallas. We're at the Grand Prairie Cricket Stadium here in Texas as the Unicorns take on the Knight Riders. There's the bright lights of downtown Dallas, and all things considered, the Knight Riders went okay batting first, just in and around the average score across the history of Cognizant MLC, but they've got the bomb squad up top to deal with. And this young man with the world at his feet, Alejandro Pretorius, has been nothing short of a sensation here at Cognizant MLC. And he's got a man who can be pretty devastating himself alongside him up top in the shape of Finn Allen. They will open the batting as always. And Ali Khan, fresh from a really good recall into the side yesterday. One of his best performances in Purple and Knight Riders. He's got to back up tonight. Tonight he's going to be given the new ball because there's no Sunil Narayan. We're all set for the chase. 185 to win. Immediate movement as it thuds into the pad. Andrew Leonard here alongside Robin Utsapa. Robbie, good evening to you. No Sunil Narayan, big blow for the Knight Riders.
Good evening, Lenny. I wouldn't say it's a big blow. Say that they'll certainly miss him tonight. However, they've probably taken that call in hope that they can win this encounter and push themselves ahead in that points table, because they're not far away after last night. They want him ready for the knockouts.
Clipped away. Goes a long way behind square, but there is protection out there. Pretorius wants the second, such as his form of late. Rightly sent back by Finn Allen. Yeah, Jason Holder was a bit cryptic at the toss, wasn't he, in terms of as to exactly why there was no Sunil Narayan this evening. I think he wanted him in the team, as he always would, but not in the 11 tonight. And that means we'll get to see the leg spin of Lloyd Pope for the first time in Cognizant MLC.
Yeah, what did he say? That sounded cryptic.
Well, he was asked, was it, based upon an injury or rest? And the answer was a bit cryptic. He said, oh, well, we just don't have him. See, we'd like him, but we just don't have him. So, yeah, no Narayan tonight, who's been untouchable all season, the most economical bowler of the season. It means that Ali Khan has to get the new ball and find a burst early. Thought he bowled really, really well last night. Very impressive. He's been chomping at the bit to get back into the side, up over 90 miles an hour regularly, with real good pace, aggression and control.
They didn't have great day on the field yesterday with his fielding, but he came back and made up for it with important wickets in his third and fourth over. Bowled exceptionally well. The wheels have been spinning from Ali Khan. He has been ferocious.
Getting that speed get him up over 140 regularly. Now, tomorrow, the homeboys, we've had to wait for them in this Texas leg to get back into action. The Super Kings will roll into town. And they're going to be desperately in need, not just of a win tomorrow over the Washington Freedom, but a win in the very final group match as well on Sunday nights. On Saturday evening, then, we'll have the Orcas, still in shock after that defeat today, taking on the San Francisco Unicorns. The points table is still absolutely nip and tuck. Basically anything could happen across the course of the next 3 nights, including tonight.
Yeah, have a look at that. 10-10, 8-8, 8-6. Lexus team standings. Knight Riders will want to get up there, and they've improved their net run rate for sure. Freedom and Super Kings have some way to go as far as net run rate is concerned, but Super Kings will want to get that win.
First boundary goes to the tournament's leading run scorer this season, Alejandro Pretorius. 8 from the first. That's 8 for none. becoming a real fan favourite, isn't he? Alejandro Pretorius, the way in which he just attacks right from the off.
Running out of adjectives for him, haven't we? He's just been so good. Prodigious. Prosperous. Help me out here, Anie. Some more adjectives for Pretorius.
I think he's glorious. I like your use of prodigious. I think it's apt. I think there's something very exciting about seeing someone blossom in front of you at such a tender age as well. And not just about what he's achieving right now, but about what he'll go on to do. It's almost a sense of inevitability. A little bit like the way in which we saw Suryavanshi blossom this year in the IPL. They'll have ups and downs in their journey. They'll have good nights and bad nights. As Holder takes the new ball. The far end starts down the leg side. Hamilton's exceptional glove work continues. But it's always exciting, isn't it, watching young cricketers on the big stage?
Absolutely. It's so exciting for cricket as we move forward and evolve into the game. Jamar Hamilton, I have to tell you, gets around, doesn't he? I can tell you as a wicketkeeper, we don't get enough credit for the kind of work we do behind the stumps. So you see keepers do it.
Chipped and chipped straight to mid-off. It's the first wicket. Holder strikes. Allen trying to take him off that natural back of a length. Bit of a nothing shot. All he does is punch it straight to mid-off and the first wicket falls.
Yeah, he's stepped out, standing upright, and got it on the bottom of his bat. And the first Cognizant clutch catch off the innings for the Knight Riders. Strikes in his first delivery. 9 for 1, he goes for 1.
Matt Short comes to the crease for the Unicorns at number 3. Extra leg stump. Taking his guard, strikes at about 150, but he's been much better with the ball this year than the bats. The Unicorns with that much vaunted top order. Exception of Pretorius, the others not really stepping up this season right now. Another wide down the leg side. It's his 9th completed innings for Finn Allen. The 5th time he's fallen for single figures.
He's hobbling there after that delivery. Jason Holder, but this delivery, pitch back of a length, it's too upright, my liking, and didn't get any of it. Even if he wanted elevation, he was standing too upright to even get any elevation.
Put away, over pitched by Holder and punished. That'll give Short some confidence after a pretty tricky previous innings where he couldn't get anything going. He starts with a boundary.
And nicely done. That was a little bit of a gift. Gently medium ball, pitched right up. Oh, he didn't get a lot of it. Still went for 4. Gets off the mark with a boundary.
He struggled in that win for the Unicorns over MI New York on the opening night of this Dallas leg. Just 19 off 25. Now, If you're new to Cognizant MLC, this is how our postseason, our playoffs work. First and second get 2 chances to go through to the grand final on July 18th, where we'll be at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum for all of these games. You can get those match tickets on tickets.majorleaguecricket.com. Nice piece of innovation and exploitation of the field. Will pick up a couple of runs. And if the Unicorns win this evening, they've got a lot of work to do, Robin, to get there. Be guaranteed a top 4, but they'll have a really good chance too of a top 2, and then you get 2 chances to go to that grand final.
Yeah, this is how it goes nowadays in most leagues, isn't it? Top 2 get in. The 4th place plays the eliminator, 3rd and 4th place, and then the winner of the 3rd and 4th place play the loser of the 1st and 2nd place. Going down leg for sure. We'll get a single, and then grand final. I like this. It gives value for you know which position you end up in the league stage. It's fair.
Gives meaning to every game as well, doesn't it? There's no such thing, particularly this season, as even the possibility of a dead rubber. And what we will have is a big crowd, a historic occasion. Get those tickets now to come along. Who's it going to be? Could the hometown Unicorns be there at the Oakland Coliseum on Saturday, July 18th? It's only 8 days away. Where's the time gone, Robin? Disappearing from us.
There's so much to say. so little time. And when you
single to end the over. Be 18 for 1.
Back up.
Big wicket of Finn Allen is back in the hutch for the Knight Riders to try and defend this total. They'll be hoping to pick up 2nd or 3rd in the power play. We saw DJ Bravo, the head coach, out and about, walking around the boundary. Last night as the Knight Riders pulled off a great win. Love this wicket of Pretorius. Misfield from Russell, who's going to cost a couple.
Good running between the wickets. Trey Russ missing that in the process of his dive. He's actually lost some weight through the tournament. He came in a little bit burlier. He's actually gotten leaner as he's continued to play, which is nice, especially for a 39-year-old who's playing after 6 months.
Pulled the fielder out there, not quite going to carry. Just dipped and died on him a touch. Ali Khan has his hands to his head. Pretorius survived, and he'll pick up 2 more.
Yeah, it felt like a genuine chance there. It felt like he just started late. As soon as he hit the ball. See where he is. Yeah, he never got there really. But it felt like he was running around the ball, then trying to get to the ball. And with this man in form. Yeah, Saf's disappointed as well. You want to get him out if he's going to win this game.
Can't find the gap this time. Yeah, if you're looking for some indicators of potential success for the Knight Riders, nobody's made more than 174 against them this season. But then on the flip side of that, that's the positive. On the negative side, all 5 of the Unicorns' victories this year, they've got 10 points, 5 wins in total, have all been run chases. So, a bit of a dichotomy of stats there.
Knight Riders are definitely about 20, 25 runs short. They should have gotten to 200, given that they were batting at 130 in 13 overs. It's disappointing that they got to only 174.
Oh, look out up here, straight towards our commentary position. I'm going to soar all the way. He is so good to watch. Alejandro Pretorius, he says this is out of the toe, and it's still 6.
Yeah, he went with all power on that one. Tried to hit it hard and got it off the bottom of his bat, the absolute bottom of his bat, and still went over the line. That is the power of this young man.
Probably going to get away with this. There is protection behind square. Well, Robin, you and I were occasionally lost for words during this the other evening. Beautiful innings and his first ever T20 100.
Yeah, he was absolutely gorgeous to watch. Trading shots were pristine. The mentality, the batsmanship that he displayed was out of the top drawer. Some of the shots he played, the responsibility he took, the power he was able to generate with just pure, sheer timing. Goodness gracious, he's good.
Love the way the Hawkeye boys stacked those up as well, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't think we've ever seen one up all the way onto that second tier here at that ground. 102 metres, remarkable. And this will be for width from Ali Khan and punished by shorts. 3 bowled, 33 for 1. Still staring at the bottom of the bat, still thinks he's hit it out of the toe, does Pretorius. Too much width on offer here.
Yeah, asking to be punished. Short and wide, last ball of the over. It's not where you want to be. You want to be on the stumps. You want the batter to play in the V, especially on a wicket that's holding just a little bit.
Now earlier, MI New York pulled out all the stops to defend 179 on the same surface. I know it's different, I know it's under the floodlights and night game rather than the day game, but that will also give the Knight Riders hope. Just a fraction more than that. I agree with you, Robin. They should have got up to 200 plus from the position that they were in. They do have a score on the board. So here comes Holder. And he's got the biggest of big fishes this season. The top of off, the perfect delivery. Pretorius trying to target the short side, misses out, but he's got to go.
Yeah, today the ball not coming on. Pretorius would have liked it. The ball's keeping just a touch low, and we saw that even in the previous over. Ball hitting the bottom of the bat multiple times. This time again, didn't get under the ball, because if he actually got under the ball, he'd got so much more of the bat on it. And Holder, as he often does, strikes for the Knight Riders. Pretorius goes for 18, 33 for 2.
Sanjay Krishnamurthy to the crease at number 4. You want to defend a total, you definitely want 2 in the power play. You'd love 3, and Holder's got the first 2 to fall. Brilliant from the captain of the Knight Riders. And it could have been 2 and 2. An inside edge that squirts past Hamilton and races to the rope.
I like this batter, Sanjay Krishnamurthy, but very lucky to survive that first ball. It was an absolute peach of a delivery. Was slightly late on the ball in preparation. Got the inside edge. Well away from the diving Hamilton. Swung as well in the air.
Oh, he's got another. And this is a beauty, a perler, the very best of Jason Holder.
Sanjay Krishnamurthy comes and goes in a matter of 2 deliveries. We have to see the replay to see just what happened there. Outswinger and played inside the line just a little bit. Almost playing for the in-swinger again. Clever from Jason Holder. He is pumped up. It's 37 for 3.
Aaron Hardy to the crease at number 5. Talk about leadership and getting things right from the top. Jason Holder embodying the very best of everything he is as a cricketer. He's got 2 in 3 deliveries. Fancy 3 and 4 as he goes full to start with Hardy off the mark. This is a really special piece of bowling, 2 and 3 for Holder.
Yeah, the first one, outswinger to Pretorius, keeping low just a touch. This one, outswinger, Krishnamurthy. He was slightly late on the ball. He was slightly late on both the deliveries he played. Now he's a happy man. Look at him, pumped up. And why not? You're leading from the front. He's got 3 for 15 and 1.4. And he's not done yet.
All sorts happening this over runs and wickets, and now a man who's been in the wars. Remember that blow he took last night? Perfect delivery. Dream for any right arm seamer to a right-handed batter. A little bit wide of the crease as well. And Krishnamurthy just playing down the wrong line, and he's got the dugout up and on their feet. Captain, leader, legend. Going to be 4 more. Runs are coming whilst the wickets tumble. 9 from it and 2 wickets. It's 42 for 3.
.42 for 3. Knight Riders needed someone to step up in Narayan's absence, and the captain himself leading from the front. Andre Russell's going to come into the attack now. What a prolific season he's having with ball in hand. Give them another one. He's turned back the hands of time.
Class X into centre stage. You've just had Holder doing his thing. 3 for 19 now. Look at this. Miscue, comfortable in the follow-through. It was a nice little height as he was already down in the follow-through. And look at the celebrations of the LA Knight Riders. here on a fabulous Friday night in Grand Prairie, and it is happening for those in purple. Hardy goes for just a single, and now the Unicorns are suddenly 42 for 4 here.
Understandably, disappointment in the Unicorns camp. Remember, 1 win guarantees them a place in the playoffs. They've been so reliant, Danny and viewers, on the top 3 though. Hassan Khan. What a shot. I swear he had 300 runs this season.
Well said, Nicole. Now, we've been seeing that lovely other length from Jason Holder. This is just, yeah, another decent full length into the surface, and he's such an athlete, as we all can appreciate over the years. Andre Russell, who was already down in his follow through. Look, he's down that low, bang. Brilliant, easy. Tell you what, it's not that easy. It's come back at a decent clip and appreciated by the skipper.
Very lucky in the Lexus power play to get away with that. But 14 wickets now for Andre Russell. And so far, Danny, they've not felt the absence of Sunil Narine.
No, not at this stage, have they? Because the captain's come to the party. 3 for 19 from 2. Look at that. Last 9 balls yielded 3 victims. Very important, too. Both openers gone, and Hardy. So much relying now on captain Matt Short. He has to get a big one and play out of his skin here for those in orange.
.66% of the runs this season for the Unicorns by the top 3. Short, Allen, Pretorius. Next most runs after them is Krishnamurti. He doesn't even have 100 for the season. 100 runs, that is. Beautiful placement from Hassan Khan. This has been a good start.
He liked it, didn't he? Got the pearly whites out. Smiling at his captain. Wide line Yorker is looking for here, Dre Russ. Just slightly off with it, but lovely execution. Just open the blade and just up and over. Thank you very much.
Russell's clearly searching for his Yorker with a deep point, deep square. This time point will do the business. Wicket in the over though, again, 53 for 4. Been the best power play bowling team this season, the Knight Riders. And the captain is going to come back for a 3rd.
Not surprising. He's got a little bit of shape happening and he's in the groove. Well, they pinch one. Won't please Holder too much. Yeah, the length he has bowled here tonight, Jason Holder. It's about that searching length, that test match length into it. What a cracker. Absolutely brilliant. That is the best of them. Peach. And then Dre Russ follows it up with a lovely caught and bowled. So you can see why everyone's riding high. Big smiles and celebrations.
And he knew, Danny, in the last 3 games, he's not been at his best. But when he is, we tend to see that red ball grounding come back into his game. That's the length you're speaking of.
Yeah, 100% on there, and it just skidded through. And that, look, that was a chance, and then this. What a Jaffa. Absolutely brilliant there to unhinge Aaron Hardy. Classic length. You're sort of tentatively half going forward because you know he swings it a little. There. It's about that length. It just gives it a chance to swing. And if you're not really focused and on your money with your feet, the Aaron Hardy dismissal comes about. You lose your off peg.
Yeah, 3 for 21 in this game, but the 3 games before that, 48, 47, 48 runs conceded.
And that's what happens. If he's slightly off, he gets picked off. But he's also, you've got to understand that he's trying to swing it. He's a full-length bowler. He wants to shape the ball because he genuinely swings it. That's that one into the surface where he gets that bounce because he's 6'7" or 8. So he can be a handful, as you said, Nickel. When he's on song and he gets that length right, then look out.
Power play, Lexus power play has been the critical thing for the Knight Riders. Holder was brave today at the toss, won it, batted first. They've won twice at this ground, defending a total. It's not something that's done commonly. And in both those games, Danny, they took 3 or more wickets. In the games they won defending here, it was early wickets that won them the game.
And they had Sunil Narayan at the disposal. He's not here this evening, having a rest, understandably.
Fielder was there, it didn't matter. That's the timing of Matt Short, 60 for 4.
Yeah, just that little bit of width, just a fraction too much of width. Not a lot, doesn't have to be. Modern player creates his own width, but it was there to be spanked just in front of point. Celebration City here.
Yeah, one of the most exciting things about cricket here in the US is how many people's eye it draws, and that too, how many different sports that it brings in. Right next to me, I have
Addison Jacobs. Go ahead.
Yeah, and she plays softball. Kind of just talk about your journey transitioning from softball to cricket.
Yeah, so I grew up playing softball and really like multiple sports, but just started playing cricket about 6 months ago, and some of the skills have translated pretty easily, like fielding. Batting not so much like people would think, but it's been really fun, and yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and what's been the most challenging thing so far? I'm sure it's not going to be an easy journey, kind of just unlearning the basics of another sport and then coming into another. So what's been your experience on that?
Yeah, so I think in the beginning it was probably like the mundane part about it of unlearning what you've grew up learning and then learning a new skill. It's like the same thing over and over and over again. But now that I'm not necessarily past that, but a little bit further on in my journey, is the ball is really hard. And in softball, we have a glove. In cricket, you don't have a glove. So I think the fear aspect when it comes to cricket has been a huge obstacle that, for me, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's definitely common with everyone. But talking about the challenges, but not talking about the things you like, what's been the most exciting part of your new journey?
Yeah, so we were just talking about this. The community when it comes to cricket is awesome. So I live in Houston, it's a pretty diverse city, and I feel like stepping into cricket is stepping into a whole new world with a whole new just culture and people and food, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, Yeah, well, I'm a wicketkeeper, and she used to play softball, so I'm sure she has a better arm than I do. I don't have the best throw, but I'm sure we could get together sometime, practice, and talk about the differences and the challenges and the things that we love both about softball and cricket. So thanks so much for chatting, and I'll see you guys upstairs.
Anika, take Danny to practice as well.
It's a little past that, I'm afraid. Tell you what, this power play has been so dominated by the LA Knight Riders. They're in the box seat, but if they can now get rid of Captain Short, that's what they'll be thinking here. They certainly will. Holder will be all over that. Wanting to set fields, different bowlers. Here's Van Skalkwyk with his little subtle changes. He went for a few last evening, disappeared for went for 60, didn't he? So he's going to have to bounce back here as Shadley Van Skalkwyk.
Funny enough, it's the LA Knight Riders' most expensive Lexus power play of the season. They won't mind though because they picked up 4.
Oh, it's a beauty. That is his best delivery of the season so far. And then a bit of a Dre special in the follow-through.
Seen a few boundaries today in that region. Nothing much the bowler could do. Hassan Khan is off to a good start.
Yeah, 2 for 60 last night for Shadley Van Skalkwyk. You're looking for wide line York and a bit of fortune for Hassan Khan. Soak it up and just move on as a bowler. Unlucky, but happens a lot in this form.
2 is the call immediately. It's a long boundary, so they'll get it comfortably. 70 for 4. And even though they've lost 4 wickets, they're still well ahead of the rate, the asking rate, which is around 8.5, and over there going at 10s. What a surprise. Danny Morrison's twin brother, Lloyd Pope.
Nice fellow, Lloyd Pope. Looking forward to this. Good rip. He used to have a lot of red hair, flaming red hair, in fact. And now he's just with the beard that's feared.
Couldn't believe it today, Danny, when I saw a picture of him from 2019. 7 years ago, this man had so much hair. All right, Danny, explain this.
Yeah, the full flame. What a ripper. Yeah, I remember the under-19s, the ICC under-19s. He was there for Australia in Queenstown. Flashing blade. That has been blitzed through extra cover. Hassan Khan, he is in a hurry for sure.
This is it now, boys. This is where the game starts, boys.
And it's another one through the offside. Been lavish on that side of the ground. 3 boundaries now all through that region.
There was the googly, a unique action in terms of the wrist release from Lloyd Pope.
Keep coming up, Poppy. Keep coming up, Poppy.
Yeah, they're Lloyd Pope fans, most definitely. That headgear.
Oh, yes, Poppy. Lovely, Poppy. Lovely, Poppy. This is good. This is good here, Poppy.
And on a less hairy note, Danny, they may have gone with Lloyd Pope tonight, maybe over someone like a Fabian Allen, to give them that wicket-taking option that Narain would provide in the middle. Allen may be a more defensive spinner.
Poppy, yes! Lovely.
76 for 4. $109 more required of the last 12 overs. Shaping up to be another cracking contest. Could have 3 real barnstormers on the bounce after the Knight Riders getting up last night, and then my New York pulling it off this afternoon. Here comes Shadley van Schalkwijk. Hassan Khan has come to the crease and played with real positivity. Right from the off, he's looked to take the game back to the opposition despite that early flurry of wickets. 4 down for just 42 inside the power play, and Khan has played a nice little cameo. Gets enough of it, up and over, long on. It's a maximum for the captain.
Excellent shot. Just misses there. Van Schalkwijk, and bowling at that end, the racecourse end. If you do miss with regard to length, it allows the batter to then use that wind and go for the boundary.
Just one, Jess.
It was always going to be about early wickets for the LA Knight Riders. Early wickets because of how top heavy the Unicorns have been. Their batters up top, young Luhandre Pretorius particularly. He's been so good that if you allow him an opening and allow him a start, then you're struggling to pull it back.
Yeah, 5th score this season for Allen in single figures as well. So Pretorius been carrying that top 3 a little bit, but Short coming to the party now. And the bomb squad up top for the Unicorns. Such attractive batters to watch. Captain sent back by Hassan Khan. Usually talk about 3 being the key number in the power play in terms of wickets. If you get 3, I think it's up above 80% of the matches in T20 cricket that you'll win. But this season, 5 teams have taken 4 wickets in the power play, and all of them have won. So the Unicorns will be looking to buck that trend. Certainly doing enough in terms of the runs that they're going at. Required is underneath the current run rate. Oh, nasty for Jamar Hamilton, who's worn this in the grill and a nice punch to the gloves. Good spirit of cricket on show. He might just have the physio out for a check. 9 have been bowled. 84 for 4.
If ever you wanted to know why you need to wear a helmet as a keeper, and I insist now with keepers standing up. That's why you don't know if it's going to get you there. Compulsory, mandatory, check done.
Really so pleased to see Lloyd Pope get a go. I know it's not in the circumstances the Knight Riders would have liked. They'd like to have had spin twins in tandem, but no Sunil Narine this evening. The Australian leg spinner replaces him.
Just one here, man.
By all accounts, in the nets, he has been tearing it up, but it's more than a touch difficult to dislodge a certain Sunil Narine, and with the seaming surfaces up in Pomona, you can probably understand why we haven't seen 2 spinners in the 11. I'm not certain that Hassan Khan picked that out of the hand. Would have been the googly coming out the back. Not the right line from Pope though, and it did keep a little low too, 2 wides to the total.
Touch something, Paji. Ball, Poppy, ball, Poppy.
This partnership of 46 been very good actually.
Game, boys.
Watching Hassan Khan go about things confidently.
Ball, Poppy, ball, Poppy.
An understanding from all teams when they turn up here at Grand Prairie that they can bat, and particularly batting second. Even if you do lose early wickets, you can take the game into the latter stages.
This one. Ball, Poppy, ball, Poppy.
Googly on show again there, this time picked by Shorts.
Come in, Poppy.
And if you do take it into the latter stages, whilst all the pressure is on you here, it can and more likely will shift later on.
Oh, yeah, Poppy. Lovely, Poppy.
And what you then have is a whole new game. So
boy,
survive
this is good for
through
Poppy, boy.
the phases and just stay in touch.
Really good googly to finish out from Pope. That was an over of real intrigue, and again just 6 from it. Pope has started brightly on his MLC debut. Get to the halfway stage of the chase. They're almost exactly halfway there, but they've lost 4 wickets. The players will take a drink. It's 90 for 4. Possibly honours even, almost exactly there or such, because they've close to half the runs they require, but they have lost 4 wickets. But this, a 5th wicket partnership, now worth 48 off just 36 deliveries, giving the Unicorns hope. And there is still batting to come. Ahmad Azam, Xavier Bartlett, and even Brodie Couch, all very capable.
Well, they'd be worried though if they lost 2 from here. And what they're looking at, the Los Angeles Knight Riders, is picking up, well, 1 first to break this partnership, and then a second, and they feel from that point they should be the ones controlling the game. This is the tussle right here.
Ali Khan asked to open the bowling this evening, a change in tactics, but it was his opening partner, the captain, Jason Holder, who found 3 breakthroughs in the power play. Victorious smoked one down the ground. He claimed it was off the toe and then tried to hit another big 6, but was cleaned up via the inside edge. Then Holder produced that beauty to spark jubilant celebrations. Marvellously athletic, caught and bowled. Then see the back of Aaron Hardy, but Hassan Khan has played with real positivity, and he's found a willing ally in the shape of his captain, Matt Short. Those long levers, been a good partnership to watch. With 10 overs remaining, 9.5 runs required per over. And with the results that we've had this season, particularly over the last couple of days, anything could happen across the course of the next 50 minutes or so. Should be in for a really good finish here on the Friday night. .95 required off 60. Super Kings will be watching on from back home. They've got a plot away across their 2 appearances over the weekend to find 2 wins and get into the playoff mix. A reminder for those watching, the possibility of everyone ended up on 10 points. For that to happen, we'd need the LA Knight Riders to win. Otherwise, the Unicorns will be the first side into the playoffs. Well, where would you read about it or write about it, or who would dream it up on the Lexus team standings? It is nip and tuck. So close. With the top 4 heading to the playoffs, the top 2 getting 2 chances for that grand final next Saturday, when we head back to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum for the 2nd time this season. It's going to go right the way down to the wire, not just this evening, but all the way through the 30th and final regular season match on Sunday night. Andre Russell will get us going after the drinks break. Pami and Bangor, this again has the look of a really gripping, enthralling contest. It's going to be tough to call.
Yeah, at this point, we wait, we watch it, just as we did in the previous one, where as it unfolds, different things can happen. They'll still feel that they're okay, they're in touch. It is tilting ever so slightly.
Really good stroke. Hassan Khan has been so impressive since he's walked to the crease. Pounces on the width and gets it up and over, extra cover for 4 more.
Lovely shot that. Really well controlled, looking to go up and over and trying to find the gap there because they're 2 sweepers. Finds it perfectly. Partnership goes past 50 as well. Just as I was saying that it's tilting, and I meant that it was tilting towards the fielding side. That boundary will help early in the over. Perhaps they can make this one double figures.
Change of angle, going to come around the wicket, which is something the Knight Riders used an awful lot against the right-handers last night, particularly from this end of the ground, the racecourse end. Used it to great effect as well. Short's just had a change of bats run on. Straight after the drinks break, something must have gone wrong. That's how nip and tuck it is tonight. Worms converging again. Here's the 4 wickets that have fallen. Holder elated to see the back of Finn Allen, then Lahandra Pretorius, and just 2 balls later, one of the deliveries of the season for my money to dismiss Sanjay Krishnamurthy, and a fantastic cut and bowled from Andre Russell.
Yeah, what's to keep a close eye on is just the rate required, and put in your mind what the highest was with the Knight Riders batting, and also what then happens at the back end, not just in the Knight Riders innings, but think to the game before as well.
Clever exploitation of the field to the shorter side will get good reward. The short gets yet another boundary, and the 100 will come up. It's 102 for 4.
That shot of a man in form. An understanding of where he's going to bowl it and the angle he's trying to use. Use big side, he can walk across, but not early. If he goes early, Russell can go at his leg stump. So late he moves across and able to just work it to that onside for 4.
Pope's going to continue searching for a first ever MLC wicket. Not overly happy with the wide decision, but I think a pretty fair one. Okay, Aman Patel is down pitch side. Aman, who have you got with you?
Yeah, Lenny, I'm here with Shane Watson. Shane, when you talk about this LAKR side and your LAKR side, how have you enjoyed being back in Dallas?
It's been great. We've had LAKR, we've had some success here throughout this tournament so far. Oh, please catch it. And that's gone way too far. Look, back here in Dallas, we played some really good cricket. We've used the dimensions of the ground, that wind really well, and we have to try and do it again tonight. But the conditions definitely suit us nicely here, and we've had some success.
Yeah, no Sunil Narayan in your group today, so you've had to go with a different spinner. What has the conversation been like about replacing him for today's game?
Well, you can't replace Anie Narayan. Obviously, he's at the peak of his powers at this stage of his career. He's bowling as well as I've seen him bowl. So to be able to replace him is impossible. But to have someone like Lloyd Pope, who's a highly skilled leg spinner, it's exciting for all of us to be able to see his skills on display tonight.
Yeah, in terms of your fast bowling brigade as well, we see a lot of domestics and Shadley van Skalkvik, Carmine LaRue, Ali Khan, kind of getting rotated in and out. What's that been like trying to manage them?
Oh no, it's been great. That's a beauty. LAKR, we've got some high quality fast bowlers to be able to work with. With Carmine LaRue, I've worked with him previous 3 years at the Unicorns. Ali Khan, seen his skills and his wicket taking ability.
Is this a wicket as well? Off finger will stay down. Shane was really excited. I saw the glimmer in your eye there.
So Ali Khan's highly skilled. He's a wicket-taking bowler, and obviously Shadley's, we know what he can do, and he's on the international stage as well. So we're very fortunate here at LAKR to have world-class domestic bowlers, and it's been nice to be able to just work them in whenever is the right time.
Yeah, final delivery of the over there. Shane, we talk about the points table. It's all so close together. What's that been like coming down the stretch?
Yeah, it's unique. The MLC is unique in that regard, that especially now, and I can say this, that LAKR the previous 3 years weren't that great. 4 games out of three seasons.
A little bit of friendly fire.
Yeah, a bit of friendly fire. So, but now, knowing that LAKR, we've played a lot better cricket. And also Seattle at times were a little bit hot and cold. But now with the calibre of overseas players and the calibre of domestic players as well, it means that these games are really, really tight. So there's no surprise for me that the table is unbelievably tight as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jason Holder's kind of been a big lift for you guys. What has he brought to the group this year?
He's a very impressive man. The way he speaks to the group, just how calm he is, how simple he makes things to the group. But then obviously his skill with the ball, with the bat as well, has been on display. So we're very fortunate to be able to have him leading LAKR.
And talking about skills with the bat, Matthew Chomp has seen a promotion up the order and he's found great success. What have you liked about him?
Yeah, he's a highly skilled young man. I was blown away coming into LAKR and working with him in the first week or so and just seeing the incredible batting skill that he has. And to be able to see that unlocked, getting an opportunity up the order and then taking down some of the best bowlers in the world. It's no surprise to me because the batting skill that he's got, he's continually unlocking it. So it's super exciting for not just LAKR, but USA Cricket as well.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully we'll see you in San Francisco.
Hope so, thanks.
Always smiling, Shane Watson. Won't be smiling if this partnership continues. Now up to 70. Ali Khan from around the wicket trying to use that offside longer boundary. Just use the bluff. Robin Uttapa, you know about that well, going straight.
Yeah, nicely bowled. Good Yorker that. Have allowed the Unicorns to come into the game. Well directed. Just gets the toe of the bat there on that one. So it's gonna get interesting this game. Seems like it will go down to the wire.
It's weird how similar this is to 24 hours ago, Robbie, when the Knight Riders got the early wickets. Remember, they got Owen and Smith out early. And then it was House and Milan to put on 71. Here again, 71. Actually did not know it was 71 at this stage. It's pure coincidence.
Yeah, It's going to be an important partnership, this one. And LAKR will need to break this. Need to find a way if they want to win this game. It's really cool when you look at Matt Short, who's played under 100 strike rate in the last few games. Where he's kind of just played the second fiddle and just rotated strike and given strike to either Luandre or to Finn Allen. But today, taking the attack on his own and building this important partnership with Hassan. It's also important for the Unicorns to get this middle order to bat through the big chunk of the overs, because they haven't really gotten to bat that much.
Wide signal, and you're right, Robbie, the opportunities have been limited. But what we're seeing from Hassan Khan is reminiscent of last year. 225 runs, striking at 190. Today he's come in with that intent. He's had to come in, to be fair to him, in a lot of games when they've collapsed, and hence has had to play the rebuilding mode. But today it's like he made up his mind. He's going to play freely. It's worked so far.
Pushing for two, and they were trying to come back for two. It will be close, but no, he gets home safe. Who was a direct hit? Just came on. Hassan Khan hustling here.
Immediately it was Matt Short that took off, and that's a shorter boundary, folks. So good work to get back there in the end. Got to close this over out now, Ali Khan. Hasn't conceded a boundary. It's gone for just 6. You finish this over with a single or a dot, just pushes that and spikes that asking rate slightly. What an effort. Body on the line from Matt Trump. It didn't carry. Great commitment. 118 for 4.
The top effort from Trump. Smoked this one. Son almost gave up, I think. But to be able to dive to a ball that's coming at a low trajectory takes courage. Trump's full of it. Beautiful attempt.
Matt Trump, been the man with bat in hand, and in the field, you know what you'll get. Full commitment, 100%. One thing we've seen, Robbie, Hassan Khan is prepared to take down anything wide, even with the fielders and the longer boundary. It's wide again. This time, though, he's gone. Superb from the skipper.
The skipper shines. And he's shining bright. What an absolute beauty of a catch he's just taken. For a tall man to come down that low. We're going to check the catch, though.
Serving up on a director, we've got a review for a fair catch. Front foot's okay. Just go your best view of the catch, please. Hands, yeah, hands. The fingers are under the ball here. Have you got another view there at all? Fingers are definitely under the ball. Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Fingers are under the ball. Completed the catch. I got my decision on the big screen.
The tower collapsed from 6'8". Hassan Khan, valiant effort, gone for 45, 118 for 5. It was 10 balls without a boundary, and the Unicorns just felt the pressure. What a catch. And full credit to Lloyd Pope as well, who's bowled 3.1 in expensive overs. Hamad Azam. Just 130 odd runs in 21 matches. Strike rate is underwhelming as well. 6 feet 8 inches, folks.
Yeah, the preparation there, his ball was amazing. Stayed low and moved swiftly to pick up that catch. Brilliant.
Oh, yes, Poppy. Oh, keep going, Poppy. Keep going, Poppy.
Yeah, Hamad will
Come,
have
boys,
to play a
come, boys,
role
come,
here.
boys.
Pope will be happy.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
He's usually a humble guy, Robbie, but when you ask Jason Holder about his catching, he thinks he's got the best hands in the game. Remember, he feels that gully in the test format, and he thinks there's no one better.
I might have to agree with him, to be honest, because he's been a really safe catcher over the last few years.
Come to your left a bit, Jason, if you come in tight. Come to your left, yeah.
Look at that wicket again. Back over length, try to punch it through. He moves so quickly. Yeah, that's it.
Go, your Poppy, your Poppy. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And amidst all the chaos, folks, Lloyd Pope has simulated what Sunil Narayan has been able to do in the middle overs. When runs have been flowing at the other end, he's gone at almost a run a ball from this end. 4 straight.
Oh,
Finishes a good spell. 1 for 23, 120 for 5. It's been the norm for the Knight Riders this season. Asking rate, you see the importance of wickets and tight overs, almost 3 overs now without a boundary. And the asking rate has jumped to 11s. Fiery Ali Khan, all on Matt Short's shoulders.
Oh, he's gone.
There's a nick there. Ali Khan is off. This game has changed quickly.
1 brings 2. As it always does, Ali Khan strikes again. In his 4th over, the dangerous customer has sent back another one. And just like that, they are behind the 8 ball again. It was there to be hit, but he tried to hit it in front to square. And only ended up edging that ball, a faint one. And LA here are pumped. How about that for a celebration? Match shot, the skipper has to go for 43, 120 for 6.
Xavier Bartlett, capable all-rounder, as his strike rate tells us.
You know what's interesting here, Nick? The fact that just 8 balls ago, they required only 9.3. In a matter of 8 balls, the game's just topsy-turvy. One thanks to this, and the other one, Hassan's wicket. Sorry, Pope has been brilliant. 1 for 23. He's bowled 12 dot balls in that, which is almost as good as Sunil Narayan.
Just goes to show, folks, even in the periods where you're not getting wickets, this is now 19 balls. The Knight Riders haven't conceded a single boundary. And yes, the total that they've set is subpar, but it's still something. And when you need 9 runs and over, you really do need a boundary and over. So they've built pressure, which has then rewarded them with a couple of wickets. Too wide, but you can see Ali Khan from around the wicket using this angle, trying to go across the right-handers.
Almost looked wild, that delivery. Felt like his arms were flaying. He delivered that one. Tried to bowl too quick, perhaps. Rhythm, such an important factor for a fast bowler, especially when things are going well. To continue to stay calm and execute on point.
That was extremely slow. Following up a 138 km/h ball, the previous one.
A good change of pace that Ali Khan. 20 balls since the last boundary. The importance of restricting a team, putting pressure. There are multiple ways to slice this cake. One is you can get wickets, the other one's avoid the opposition from getting boundaries and up the required run rate. Pressure falls on them, make errors when that happens. Funny old game, this.
Wide again, trying to go wide of off stump. They were on their way, folks. They were on track, the Unicorns. But the importance of those early wickets, because it means that when you can break that partnership, expose the low order who's not done much batting this season. Brody Couch is still to come. He's won them a game in Auckland, but how many times can you ask him to do that? If there's anything we know, though, this is not over. We've seen crazier things happen earlier today. Speed has been good from Ali Khan this season. His first 2 overs was well above 140. He's done a lot of work at the All-In Sports Center in Houston, where he lives. It's a center that NFL players come to train. Tyreek Hill, fastest man in America, they say, on a sports field. Patrick Reed, the golfer.
He does look like he's upped his pace by quite some since the previous years. Clearly doing some work off the field. You can tell because it's producing results here.
Main thing is staying fit. It's been an injury-ridden career so far. Oh, gosh. So unlucky. But it is 4 to the tally. 1 to 8 for 6.
Things are coming down to the wire, and in the crowd, you can really feel it. I got my man right here. He's got the Knight Riders kit on. Why are you rooting for the Knight Riders?
I root for Holder.
Jason Holder, he loves Jason Holder. Behind me, you have a nickname for the Night Riders. What do you call them?
The winning team, of course.
He calls them the winning team, so yeah, the Night Riders are up and about. Anika, do the unicorns have this kind of noise?
I don't think the people next to me are going to take that. I mean, I see a lot of orange next to me. Why are you guys supporting the SF?
We love them. A lot of good international players. We love Matt Short. Come on, guys. You know, we may be from Dallas, but we're SF fans at heart. So let's go Unicorns!
Yeah, I think I might have the crowd with the loudest cheer. So I don't know about your LA cheer up there, but I think these guys might be a bit louder.
They might be the winning team, but we're clearly the better team. Just check the table, guys.
And this one doesn't feel like it get any closer. Enjoy this.
Hey, they're passionate. We need to get Robin with a put down there. Tap! Fielders, there is Trump again. He doesn't drop. And using the Fletcher celebration.
That's a beautiful catch. Once again running in and diving towards the ball. Bottom off the bat yet again. This might be the 6th or 7th time that is happening. And a nice little catch there. Bartlett knew it almost immediately. He has to go for 5. 129 for 7.
Brody Couch. He's won them a game already in Auckland. A run chase.
Slackwick coming around the wicket, getting the batter hit to the longer side against the wind. Yeah, I think that was for the Spiceman.
Many who were watching a couple of nights ago when Fletcher took the catch of Puran. Another one goes past the inside edge. That was a celebration he used. Said, not past me. Nope, nope, nope. Some good celebrations today, actually. Trump, Holder, Ali Khan with a swimmer. Three times he's gone past the edge. Folks, remember what's at stake here. The Knight Riders and Dwayne Bravo have never made the playoffs. They don't. A win doesn't guarantee them a place, but it does help their cause.
Yeah, it takes them closer to qualification.
This time he hits it, but straight to the fielder. 129 for 7.
Match 26 here, getting into the final stages of it. And the Unicorns have found themselves in a big hole. They lost Hassan Khan and Matt Short, and they were going rather nicely. Makes a huge difference. You lose those two back to back, and then you've got two new batters at the crease. Dre Russ. And he has been fatted big time. It's raced out to the restrooms out the back here at Grand Prairie. Enter the fireworks Impamalelo Mbangwa.
That genuinely looked like the long handle. Look at that. Oh, lovely strike. They need more of that, a whole lot more, because they're under the pump here, having tried to sort of rescue it. They've lost wickets, and now it very much looks like it's one-way traffic. However, we've said it over and over again in these games, you just never know. Teams bat all the way down.
Oh, he's gone clean again. Lean out the window and catch that palm. Oh, Hamad Azam. 2 in a row. Hold your hats.
Yeah, and your horses, because this one's not done just yet. 2 blows that will give hope to those who are in orange. And 2 blows that might just make those in purple a little unsteady.
Oh, flying blades. I tell you what, Hamad here is seeing it like a beach ball. Wow.
Yeah, there was a thumbs up not so long ago from Dwayne Bravo. And then this. So controlled. Yeah. The expression has changed ever so slightly.
But again, it just emphasised you missed that Yorker. Ends up being a long half volley. And this fellow, Couch, he hits a big ball. Oh, not tonight though. Interstar quality Dre Russ. There's his second wicket to go with his caught and bowled right when they needed him. The Knight Riders.
Yeah, the length, the angle, trying to work the ball to the offside. Doesn't make contact, Brody Couch. He's gone for none. And the Dre Russ, who's trying to warm the engine up, he gets him and sends him on his way. 142 for 8 now.
Here's Harris Ralph. Now they're 142 for 8, and they've also just been enlightened that San Francisco, they lose tonight, still going to be in first place, but if they can get past 155, they'll definitely stay in first place. This is an absolute cracker. We've seen a couple of these, haven't we, at the top of the stumps where the batter's been comprehensively outfoxed and beaten. Great stuff. This time from Dre Russ. He's going to stay right arm around to the right-handed Harris Ralph. Long way up. Enough on it. Oh, it's tight. Yeah, it has. Gone with the breeze, you see. Just a little bit of that breeze helps Harris Ralph.
It's 19 from this over. There's still a ball to go. And he might as well go for his life, Harris Ralph, because if he can hit him like that, he'd absolutely take another. So the attempt becomes worth it.
And it's a big over. 3 sixes, 1 to go. Oh, he's chalked it up. Stay there, don't need to, because it means Hamad keeps the strike. 19 off the 17th, 148 for 8. Remittly, leading wicket takers in season 4 of MLC. 3 green shirts and an orange and a purple. Stoinis and Co came second. Badly this afternoon. Here's Shadley. He's missed his Yorker again. He's bought a lot of these in the last 2 nights. Full tosses that go the distance.
A lot to like about what he's trying to do here, Hamad. Always looking to get inside the ball so he can go where the field is up. Mid-off up in the circle, more landing room behind there, and is going 4s rather than 6. Yeah, and it's critical. If they're to have any chance, he needs to be there. He needs to be there in the next over and to take most of the strike. Try and take responsibility. Probably needs to have a word to the big fast bowler, Haris Rauf, as well, to say, listen, don't try and take that wind on. They want you to do that. And if it's slow into the pitch, try and hit it down towards those guys.
Oh, he's gone at back end of a length, and it's a good result for the Knight Riders there. They desperately needed a dot because 12s is gettable. 2 runs a ball in T20 in this modern era is very gettable, considering you got Hamad out there who's striking it well, but he's not on strike, and that's the issue. Can Shadley van Skalkwyk knock over Ralph? Thinking about 2. Don't need to because Hamad's back on strike. Pretorius there on the left in the blue sweatshirt missed out tonight. Got 18. 6 and a 4, but couldn't kick on and convert. And neither could Matt Short or Hassan Khan. Both of those two got into the 40s, but they couldn't get something substantial here for the Unicorns. Bit of orange there. The Orange Army, they're excitable. That is just a delight to watch. Couple of bounces inside out. He's got leg side again and made it look so easy.
What everyone is after is clarity of thought. At the back end when you're under the pump, rather than the rash shot that, oh, I'll give it absolutely everything and I'll go through the wind. No, percentage. And that's what that is, and it's forced a field change. They've sent mid-off back to long off, and now his area becomes square on the offside.
Yeah, Unicorns will stay first on run rate no matter what happens here. 159 for 8. This is season 4 of the Cognizant Major League Cricket here in the US of A, 2026, and it's really tight. They need 13s because it's 26 off 2 overs. Very gettable, given that Hamad is on strike. He's got a nice little ally in Harris Ralph at the other end.
And a big challenge against Jason Holder. This is it.
Swapped ends Holder. Can't set fields for that. There's a bit of luck. First one goes for 4. That's key and important here for the Unicorns.
Yeah, always going for it. If it's in the pitch, he's going to try and use the wind. He'll be aggressive as those fans there. Seeing as it went off before the VTEX leading run scorers. He's on there, Colin Munro.
Come round, and it's gone the distance. Yeah, oh, just shy of 6. He is under the pump here, Jason Holder. Back-to-back 4s. Hamad, he is in the groove.
My goodness, this is good. This is some seriously good batting. He has put all these bowlers under pressure, just faced 15 balls, but in those 15, his selection of what to do and when to do it has been right on point.
Come back over and look at that. Get down. Oh, that's what the skipper was yelling. So, no. Now that moment right there can cost you a game. That is what happens in T20. Every ball is an event, and that sloppy bit of fielding from Pope could be it.
Pressure. So look at the fielding here. Doesn't quite get a hold of it. Doesn't know what's happening. Thinks I've got to get rid of it. And he does. And in the getting rid of it is not accurate and allows for the opportunity to get the second and for Hamad Azam to be on strike. Just panicked a little bit. And you saw there Jason Holder saying, calm down. You have to be calm in the situation.
Now, this is a big ball. Yeah, get there. Oh, no, Fletch couldn't. Andre Fletcher, they want 2. Oh, no, and he's got there. What is going on here, folks? What a calamity. They end up getting 2. It means Hamad gets back on strike. This is crazy.
That's what pressure can do. It really can. First, I'm going for the catch. Can't get there. I don't release early. Certainly not early enough. Hamad Azam's awake to it. His partner, Harris Ralph, isn't. But he still says, you need to go because I need to stay on strike. So we're going to get 1. We get 2 if you get back. Now the equation, 14 from 8.
Oh, yes. Carving it. They'll get 2 more that big side, maybe even 3. Allow Hamad to keep on strike and keep it sensible. The dugout in that previous one with the close run out, everyone's up and leaping around and getting very excited. And yeah, you can feel it and sense it. They need 12 from 7, folks. That's all.
Nerve-jangling stuff. It really is. You sit there, as we said as we sat down, that we've seen so many of these where you sit, you think, oh, it's going one way, this one's done. Hold your horses. You just never know. Can't say enough what a gem this is from Hamad Azam. Can he take it home, though? Can he finish the job? It's still difficult from here. You expect he'll get 1 and keep the strike.
All the 2s. He's striking at 222.22. He's 40 from 18. Can you believe it? And this now from Holder. Last ball. And he just slows it down. I love this from Holder. He just stops, reassesses, makes the batter wait. Big shout, big. Missing. If you like it that much, yeah, going to ask Paul Wilson to do some work here.
TV umpire director, we've got an LBW review given not out. It's a fair delivery. Go to front on, please. Okay, ball goes close to the bat on the way through to the pad. Can we look at ultra edge, please? Roll it through the gap there on the left-hand side at the moment. Roll it through. Okay, keep rolling through. Thank you. No bat involved. We can go through the ball tracking when it's available. Coming up now. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wickets is hitting. I'll have to get you to change your decision, Vijay, to out. I'll let you know when you're on screen. Signal now.
Confirmation. It's saying it's crashing into leg stick, and it's 4 for 40 after 4 from Holder. That is massive. That could be the game, because Hamad got 40 off 19. Celebration time for those in purple. Man, what a hand from this guy. Absolutely brilliant. His best score in MLC. Confirmation, 40 outdone, and the Unicorns lose their 9th at 173. Almadas has come out to join Ralph. 6 balls, 12 runs. Can Harris Ralph be the ultimate hero here for the Unicorns? Up against Dre Russ. Oh, wait! Gone, it's all done! Look at Harris Ralph, he's on his haunches, he can't believe it! The jubilation and relief has to be said, the relief for the Knight Riders, because I tell you what, they've almost had this game snatched from them by Hamad Azam. That's how good he played. Wow, yeah, the fireworks go off, and they're loud here at Grand Prairie. But well done to Jason Holder and the LA Knight Riders.
Yep. A relief for sure for the Los Angeles Knight Riders. They have doubled up. Won yesterday, they win again today. They go to second on the log behind the team they just defeated. 10 points to them. Oh, look at that. Led from the front, the skipper. 4 for 40 for him. Took a catch as well. His changes were pretty good. Oh, some catharsis here in these handshakes. Yeah, used the wind well. Dre Russ, as the final man, was facing up. Said, right, here we are. We've got one into the pitch. You can whack it if you like. And Harris Ralph, well, he couldn't resist. Says, I'm going to take it on. I think I can take him. Well, you can't. Happened all through the day. Trying to hit against that gale force. Despair for one is jubilation for another. Much to celebrate, of course, for the Los Angeles Knight Riders, who, at the behest of their skipper, who says they must dream, have managed to put some performances together. Tell you what, those handshakes are felt and meant. Every single player. Take my hand, look me in the eye. A win, an important win for the Los Angeles Knight Riders by 11 runs.
Yeah, that'll be great character building here for the LA Knight Riders, who've never made the playoffs in Cognizant MLC. 18, 43, 45, 40. That one of 40 from Hamad Azam almost got the Unicorns over the line. Couldn't quite do it because Holder got him out LBW.
Yeah, and he had selected well all the way through, except that time he decided he wanted a 4 or a 6 rather than the 1 to keep going. And look at the bowlers, and essentially what's important is that they got the job done as a collective. What an entrance for Lloyd Pope, 1 for 23 for him. Van Schalkwyk continues to take wickets. He's an integral part of whatever team he plays for, and he's 1 for 30. Wicket for Ali Khan. Russell as well going quite nicely, but the skipper's 4 for 40, leading from the front. So the summary then of match number 26. Knight Riders 184 for 7, having chosen to bat first. They put on a good score, but might have felt that it wasn't sufficient. Unicorns started well. Well, started wretchedly, actually, losing wickets, and then consolidated really well. Looked like they were on course and couldn't quite get there in the end. So another nerve jangler ends, and it is the Los Angeles Knight Riders who win by 11 runs. Let's get downstairs now to Arman Patel.
Here with Matt Short, captain of the San Francisco Unicorns. Commiserations on the loss today. I want to take you back to the first innings. How'd you feel about 184?
Look, I think, yeah, probably on par. I think maybe they might have left a couple out there. I'm not too sure, but I think we did well to claw them back a little bit there. You know, after the halfway mark of that first innings, they got off to a little bit of a better start than we did, obviously, with the bat. So, yeah, move on to tomorrow and hopefully push into finals there.
Yeah, in terms of with the bat, lost the early wickets, but had that big fight back. What do you take away from that second innings?
Yeah, I mean, it was massive. That you know, there's a couple of guys there in Hassan Khan and Hamad Azam there who probably haven't had the tournament they would have liked, or you know, sort of been batting pretty low in the order and haven't had the opportunity throughout the tournament. So yeah, it was nice to sort of see them contribute tonight and almost get us over the line.
Yeah, one more game for you guys here in Dallas, a chance to get to 12 points. What's the messaging as that late push is ahead of us?
Yeah, I mean, the messaging is just try and win every game, obviously. The table's pretty tight, so every win's pretty crucial. So, yeah, we would have liked to win tonight, obviously, to, I think, cement us a spot in the finals. But, yeah, we come back tomorrow and push harder and hopefully get us into San Fran.
Thank you so much, Matt, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, good on you.
Yeah, close, as they say, but no cigar for the Unicorns. And hoping big things for these two, Victorious and Finn Allen, until Allen did that. In, out, gone. And, only about strokes. It's short started like that, and Victorious clubbed a couple more, and then gone. Holder's up front performance like this.